Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 15 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 15-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 10 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 10-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 5 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 5-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye Women's Basketball is on the air. Presented by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, delivering the funds the university needs to drive academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Visit uiowaenergycollaborative.com. Also brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Honda. To see how Honda crushes the competition, see your local Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. Alliant Energy. See how Alliant Energy is building a strong, resilient energy future today and for generations to come. Learn more at alliantenergy.com/powering beyond. Explore Minnesota. Discover the star of the North. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. And by Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. This is the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative pregame show, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Here's Rob Brooks and former Hawkeye Catherine Reynolds.
Welcome to the Big Ten home opener from Carver Hawkeye Arena as the Iowa Hawkeyes get set to face the Penn State Lady Lions. Good afternoon and welcome. Rob Brooks along with Catherine Reynolds as we get set to talk about Big Ten basketball. Of course, the Hawkeyes come in at 1-0 with that victory at Rutgers, but the non-conference portion of the slate is complete, and certainly look forward to a very difficult Big Ten. The Hawkeyes at 10-2, number 14 in the country by way of the AP, coming off that disappointing loss to number 1 UConn at 90-64. The Hawkeyes in that game got it to 6 midway through the second quarter, to 9 late in that same quarter, and allowed a mid-range jumper from the right wing, and UConn took a halftime advantage at 40-31, and then UConn came out on fire in that third quarter. Hawks played well in the fourth, but not enough, and certainly you take the positives and learn from it and get back to work as the Hawkeyes did on Friday after a few days off for the holiday break. Penn State comes in at 7-5. They lost their last contest 70-54 against Richmond. And the one thing when you look at Penn State, the thing that really sticks out is they've got tremendous size. They have Gracie Merkel in the middle at 6'6". And you talk about being proficient at the offensive end. She has shot 147 times this year and knocked down shots at a 73.5 percentage mark. That's good enough to be number 1 in the country in field goal percentage and is 8th in the country in field goals. They also have a power forward at 6'5" and bring some size in off the bench and got some quickness in the backcourt as well. So the Hawkeyes will have to have a fast start and get off to a terrific beginning this game as they end the 2025 portion of the schedule, and will have to do so without Kylie Fairbach. If you remember, she slipped near mid-court on the logo at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Unable to go today and is hopeful to be back for Nebraska on New Year's Day. We've got a jam-packed pregame show for you. Stick around. It's all coming up before Iowa and Penn State at the top of the hour. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Hi, Hawk fans. Coach Kirk Ferentz here. For 40 years, our players have proudly worn the ANF logo to honor the hardworking farmers who keep this country growing. With fewer farmers working the land, their challenges are bigger, but their commitment never wavers. The Iowa Hawkeyes and the Iowa Farm Bureau are proud to stand with these dedicated families who feed and fuel our nation. Thanks for celebrating 40 years of America Needs Farmers. Let's keep standing strong for the people who keep us going strong. To learn more, visit americaneedsfarmers.org.
Iowa fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the game, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Hawkeye fans. That means at game time, you should do less scrolling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! US Cellular, built for us.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Inside Carver Hawkeye Arena as we count down to tip off Iowa and Penn State. Game sponsor this afternoon is U.S. Cellular. Of course, they do a tremendous job and are always great with the Hawkeyes in all sorts of different sports. And happy to have once again Dawn Stevenson, retail store manager. And I know you got to be excited about today. It's all about the Big Ten now, right?
Absolutely. I'm so happy to be here today representing U.S. Cellular and our sponsorship of the University of Iowa basketball. This team has been so fun to watch this year.
How about things that are happening at U.S. Cellular? I know there's always something brand new as we wind down the year.
Yes, I'm also excited to be here representing T-Mobile. Our companies came together back in August to better serve our customers, and we are thrilled that they share our commitment to supporting Iowa athletics and our customers throughout the state.
Yeah, what does that really mean for the customer, that merger?
Absolutely. So first of all, from a network perspective, U.S. Cellular customers can now experience the speed and the scale of T-Mobile's award-winning network. In fact, since we came together, overall network speeds for U.S. Cellular customers have increased by an average of 125%. And with both networks integrated together, customers of both companies should see an improved experience. The best part is that U.S. Cellular customers don't need to do anything right now. They can still visit at our local stores in Iowa City and throughout the local areas. Our teams are working hard to ensure seamless transition over the next several months. And customers should start to see combined T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular branding, new devices, and added choices as we work to fully integrate the brands. And customers can be assured we will communicate with them along the way.
Well, I can attest to that. I just got a new phone
a
few weeks ago, and not a problem. So anything else that's going on this time of year?
Yeah. We have also been busy in Iowa these past few weeks as our local teams have been making donations to nonprofits in 9 cities across the state. Totaling more than $30,000, we've donated everything from musical instruments to sports equipment to help these organizations serve the kids and families who come to them to support.
Anything else going on, Dawn, that you want to talk about?
Certainly. I just want to say that U.S. Cellular and T-Mobile share a commitment to supporting our local communities. And now that we are joined together, we can help more people stay connected and create new opportunities for the community we serve. We truly are better together. And go Hawkeyes.
Well, have a little fun today, will you?
Absolutely. Let's go Hawks.
All right, Dawn, appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll have more on the pregame show after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Craving something sweet? Step into the flavor of a good old-fashioned bake sale, Quick-Star style. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our premium donuts. Choose from Quick-Star's fluffy Long Johns, rich Persians, classic Bismarcks, or ring donuts. So delicious, just like the ones at your hometown bake sale. Do you remember those fresh, oven-baked cookies your grandma used to make? So good. Well, the Quickery's got them. Our cookies are just like the ones from back in the day. Let's head straight to the bake sale, only at Quick-Star. Treat yourself today.
Hawkeye fans, gear up for game day with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, they bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Sip on fan favorites like Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, and Neighborhood Beer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to the stadium? No worries. Join them at any of their 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official Des Moines local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Aplos, and Community Choice Credit Union. Do you smell that? No, it's not just toast. That's the smell of your car payment becoming toast. Move your car loan to Community Choice and toast those payments for 99 days. Get started at unbankyourride.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. Hey Hawkeye fans, there's a new MVP at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Carol's Corn, Iowa's favorite gourmet popcorn, is now popping fresh for every men's and women's basketball game. From our delicious triple mix to golden caramel and bold cheese. Every bite is handcrafted right here in the Midwest. Popped fresh, local, and made with you in mind. So grab your bag, cheer loud, and taste the flavor of Hawkeye pride. Carol's Corn. Grab yours and enjoy the game inside Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Carol's Corn. We pop every kernel with you in mind.
It's time for our shoot-around with Hawkeye head coach Jan Jensen, presented by Oak Knoll. Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City community for 59 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa Healthcare Campus, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City, a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more. Here's Rob Brooks and Hawkeye head coach Jan Jensen.
And we'll get to Coach Jensen here in a little bit as the Hawkeyes are warming up. The hoop to our right and Penn State, the hoop to our left. Want to thank once again our game sponsor today, U.S. Cellular, as the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular reminds you that on game days, your hands are free for cheering, not texting, because game days are built for the Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Time to get some insight on Penn State, as Catherine had a chance to sit down with general manager, assistant coach Jason Crafton in his first year.
Coach Crafton, happy holidays. Welcome to Iowa City. Big Ten matchup here. It's our second one of the year. Things are going to get rolling here, and it's all the Big Ten gauntlet from here on out. But if you could just walk us through Penn State's non-conference season and then your one Big Ten game up to this point.
Yeah, well, we had a lot of different opportunities to get better during the non-conference, an array of different levels of talent, right? So we played some low-level teams, some mid-major teams, and obviously some elite mid-major teams, and like a really good Richmond team, a really good Princeton team that ran some good offense and put us in positions to really have to, sit down and guard and take away three-point shots. And we've learned a lot about our program. We got a chance to play Nebraska early on and, had our ups and downs in that game. So really right now we've got a good feel for what we do well. And that's, when McMiller's taking the right shots and when Gracie Merkel's getting the ball in the paint, we're pretty tough to beat. We're playing good defense and not turning the basketball over. So that's some of the things that we've learned about ourselves in the non-conference and that we're trying to carry over into doing it at a higher level in the conference play.
You mentioned a couple individuals, McMiller, Merkel, but could you go in a little bit deeper on your personnel and some of the key players so far this season? Yeah, I think Mariah Murray, obviously, we count on her to make three-point shots. She's really one of the best shooters in the conference, and we've really, Taya Cliente has come on for us as kind of a combo guard. It's going to start to take more of a lead point guard role for us. She's been really good on the basketball, distributing and also knocking down threes, and she's become a pretty good on-the-ball defender for us. And then we've got a cast of just young players that are, finding their way along the way, but those are the four players that really stick out right now. And then the addition of Maggie has been big for us. She's playing volleyball and won a national championship and has been a player that's been able to come in, practice for a week, and then get inserted into the starting lineup. She can space the floor and knock down a three. She can play around the basket as well, so we're really happy to add her to our program. Quite an athlete. And then, Coach, just what do you expect out of this matchup today here against Iowa?
Well, they're a physical basketball team. We know they want to pound it inside. They got one of the best inside-outside threats in college basketball with the bigs down low, working the high-low package, and then their three-point shooters. So we got to do a great job of just kind of dominating the paint, eliminating the easy catches, trying to push those catches out, and really locking on the shooters and take away the easy catch and shoot shots.
Well, thanks for your time. Good luck.
Appreciate you.
Thanks to Jason Crafton in his first season, a general manager and assistant coach for Penn State. Jan Jensen up next on the pregame show. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenience. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
The year-end clearance sale is going on now at your local Honda dealer. Honda cars, SUVs, and trucks are on clearance during Happy Honda Days. Save thousands on the new Honda today with 0.99% financing. 2025 Accords, Pilots, and Ridgelines are on clearance. Plus, see big savings on the full Honda line, like financing as low as 0.99% APR on the new 2025 Ridgeline. Don't miss Happy Honda Days. Search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval offer ends 1/5/26.
Time now for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield Health Coverage Report. Let's take a look at the numbers. When you enroll in a Wellmark individual or family health plan, you choose from thousands of in-network providers. And you're teaming up with Iowa's #1 health insurance company. We know healthcare in Iowa. Score great coverage from Wellmark. Find the plan that's best for you at wellmark.com/covered. Enrollment ends January 15th.
It's time for our shoot around with Hawkeye head coach Jan Jensen, presented by Oak Knoll. Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City community for 59 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa Healthcare Campus, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City, a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more. Here's Rob Brooks and Hawkeye head coach Jan Jensen.
And Jan, last week we talked about the non-conference portion of the schedule. Got that out of the way. Obviously one win already in the Big Ten, but here we go. It's all about conference play now.
It is. This time of year is... it gets here so quickly. It used to seem so far away, but it's so fun. It's everything you're shooting for, especially when you're blessed to be in a conference as respected as the Big Ten. It's certainly a tough one, right? You want to take care of business at home, and today, we get to open up at home. It was nice to get that Rutgers win on the road, so we'd love to now get one more at home and then get another and another and another and exponentially keep doing the wins.
Just W's, that's all. That's all we need. And hopefully the Christmas cookies and all the food out of the way, and everybody's anxious to get back on the court.
Yeah, I've really liked what I've seen from practices. They came back really focused. We typically come back late afternoon on the 26th to give time to people to travel on the 26th. And everybody got here without incident, and they were ready to go. We've had 2 good practices, and now it'll just be, where the preparation and our practices, they need to meet, and hopefully we'll play really well in this game.
No, Kylie had a little tweak at in Brooklyn. What's her status for today?
Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to use her. What seemed like just a kind of a weird trip, right? She slid on that logo on that floor, and then she came out, and it was uncomfortable, and then she tried to go back in, and just a lot of pain. So unfortunately, we're going to be without her, and so we'll, hopeful, moving forward. I'd like to think we'll have her back by Nebraska, but it's just that's certainly not what we needed.
No, an important part of this team, no doubt about that. And speaking of teams, Penn State, the one thing that really sticks out, their size up front. Got 6'6", 6'5", and also some quickness in the backcourt.
Yeah, they're a team that has a lot of tools. They haven't always put it together at different games this year, or certainly for the entire game. But when you got a center, that's shooting, 70% from her accuracy, that Kayomi, kid that used to be at Rutgers, she's now there. She goes off script a lot, and when she gets going, she can really wreak havoc. So we got to keep her minimalized, and, I want to kind of mix up my defenses, how we play that Merkel inside. So they definitely are daunting, but, I also like our defense. Kylie's been the captain of that defense, so it's going to, strain us a little bit because she would have been on, that top guard. So we, but I think our other pieces, they're ready to rock and roll.
And obviously the transition game is try to get that going early.
We definitely do. When we played Iowa State, they brought 4 people back. They didn't crash anybody. But, they shoot such a high percentage, especially when they were going to Crook. So there wasn't as many O-boards to get. And then certainly UConn with their full court pressure. And these guys will too. Anytime you full court press, that does slow down your transition. So if they do that, they're capable of doing it on makes and dead balls, some misses. It's hard to do on misses. So if we do contain them and they don't make the shots, that'll be when we can get our transition going.
Well, let's end 2025 on a high note.
That's what I'd love to do. Thanks, Rob.
Jan Jensen on the pregame show, back with more from Carver Hawkeye Arena after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Xtreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Jan Jensen and Ben McCullum. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fans section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Sunday afternoon hoops inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. The 14th ranked Hawkeyes at 10-2. Penn State enters at 7-5. The scoreboard update is brought to you by Community Choice Credit Union, home of unbanking. When your bank treats you like a number and not a member, tell them no bank you. Let's check the Big Ten scoreboard. Did you like that one, Catherine?
Yeah. Huh? That's a new one, Rob.
We got to make you laugh early, right?
That worked.
Couple of games going on right now. Big Ten women's basketball. Michigan State 67, Rutgers 64. That's kind of a head-scratcher. That is in East Lansing. 28 seconds left to go in that one. UCLA and Ohio State was closer early on, coming down the stretch in Columbus. UCLA 81 and the Buckeyes 74, a $1.28 to go there. Already one final. Illinois has defeated Purdue by 10 at 83-73. Time for Catherine's Keys to a Hawkeye victory, as they are sponsored by Explore Minnesota. Score a lifetime of memories by planning your Star of the North getaway at Explore Minnesota. Order your travel guide today at exploreminnesota.com.
Well, today is all about knowing the scouting report for Iowa, and I mean that in two different ways. One is that Penn State likes to run a lot of set plays, and so that's something that in the practices leading up to this game, Iowa would have gone through over and over and over again at different positions, practicing defending different players within them. So first, within the scouting report, it's knowing the set plays, and then secondly, it's knowing your personnel. It's a pretty distinct roles for each of the Penn State starting players. You got Keomi McMiller, she's the scorer and slasher. Mariah Murray pretty much exclusively wants to shoot threes, and then a really strong post presence in Gracie Merkel, the 6'6" center. So knowing your scout, your personnel and their tendencies, and then their set plays, and lastly, it's post defense. Iowa has faced a lot of teams this year, none with the post scoring with the efficiency that Grace Merkel is doing for Penn State. She's leading the country in field goal shooting percentage at almost 74% clip on the season so far. She's a strong player, she's physical, and so the Iowa post, defending her by committee throughout the course of the game, is the other key to the game.
Well, the weather isn't ideal outside, but look at this crowd. Just about every seat filled on this Saturday afternoon. Getting ready for the Hawks and Penn State. We'll have the starting lineups and the tip when we come back. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Ever wonder where to find the best cinnamon rolls in Iowa? The Eat Shop's recipe has been passed down for nearly 100 years. From Great Aunt Mary Ann's 1930s restaurant to our ovens today. This holiday season, share a taste of Iowa tradition. Our famous cinnamon rolls, sticky pecan rolls, and small batch kolaches baked fresh every morning. Pre-order your holiday pies and pastries now at theeatshop.com or visit us in Solon, Uptown Marion, or at the University of Iowa campus cafes. Worth every bite. Hawkeye fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Big Ten Rentals, and Tomlinson Cannon. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you're in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty for all your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
Time now for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield Health Coverage Report. Let's take a look at the numbers. When you enroll in a Wellmark individual or family health plan, you choose from thousands of in-network providers. And you're teaming up with Iowa's #1 health insurance company. We know healthcare in Iowa. Score great coverage from Wellmark. Find the plan that's best for you at wellmark.com/covered. Enrollment ends January 15th.
Iowa fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the game, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Hawkeye fans. That means at game time, you should do less scrolling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! US Cellular, built for us.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Getting set for the national anthem before the home opener in Big Ten Conference play. Iowa 1-0 in conference. Penn State 0-1. They lost to the Nebraska Cornhuskers. But first, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Remember, no Kylie Feuerbach today, out with a lower leg injury, so she'll be replaced in the starting lineup by Taylor Stremlow. as we get set for this afternoon's national anthem.
As we honor America and those who protect it, performing our national anthem today is Kelly Parker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's earthy light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ring clear, the bombs bursting in air, give proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of our free and the home of the brave.
Great job, Kelly Parker.
Getting set for the starting lineups as they are presented by Melrose Meadows. Tired of cooking, cleaning, or just being alone? Check out Melrose Meadows, voted Iowa City's best retirement community. With underground parking, a heated pool, endless opportunities to stay fit and social. Learn more. You can visit melrosemeadows.com. First off for the Lady Lions, Mariah Murray, a 5'8 junior, averaging 10.6. Outstanding three-point shooter, has knocked him down at over 41% this year. Maggie Mendelson, transfer from Nebraska, averaging 8 and 6.5 rebounds per contest. She's 6'5" and has played in only 2 games, an outstanding athlete. Tea Cleante had 11 against Richmond. She's averaging 10.1. Keomi McMiller, transfer from Rutgers, of course, was a big-time scorer for the Scarlet Knights at 18.7, and she's continued that with Penn State, the second leading scorer on the team, at 18.2. The leading scorer is 6'6" center senior Gracie Merkel, of course, averaging just under 20 and 8.2 rebounds a game, and they'll run a lot of stuff for her. They'll ISO her underneath and try to get her going, especially early in the game. And Ava Hayden, that'll be a terrific matchup to watch underneath. She had 15 and 5 against a very good Richmond team. For the Hawkeyes, as previously noted, no Kylie Fierbach today. Is hopeful to play against Nebraska on the 1st of January. So that will push Taylor Stremlow once again into the starting lineup. Remember, she came on to start when Chit-Chat Wright was unable to go. She's averaging 7.3 and 3.1 rebounds a contest. Hannah Stuelke averaging 13.4, coming off a really terrific performance against UConn. Had 17 points and 5 rebounds, and then remember the 31, a season high against Lindenwood 2 games ago. Ava Hayden in the middle, averaging 14.6 and 7.8 rebounds a contest, 8 and 6 against UConn. Taylor McCabe, the sharpshooter from Nebraska, averaging 9.3, has stepped it up big time defensively and is averaging almost 4 rebounds a contest. Chit-Chat Wright had 16 against UConn, and even more notably than that, was able to go 34 minutes and 55 seconds of playing time, so that was really good. Had a few days off and should be close to 100% going forward, as her assist to turnover ratio, 31 assists to just 13 turnovers. Well, Catherine, you remember how it was coming back off the break. You never know what you're going to get with that game before the break. A lot of players are kind of looking forward to getting away, but no school. Everybody's seen the family, and now it's all about Big Ten hoops.
Yeah, well, the team came back on the 26th in the afternoon to have an evening practice after actually a pretty nice lengthy break for them with that last game against Connecticut being on the 20th. So that's why you come back early, is to get your legs and your lungs back underneath you, because it is amazing how fast that goes. You know, being in basketball shape is a lot different than being in everyday good shape. So I'm sure they went up and down a lot in those few practices, obviously went over the Penn State scouting report, and then, like you said, you kind of don't know what you're going to get in those first few minutes of the contest. First game back after the layoff for both teams. And so it may take a little while for them to gel, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope they come out of the gate strong, because I think that would be an essential way to get ahead and get a lead and never really look back against this Nittany Lion team. But that's kind of the way it usually goes. First game after the holiday break, takes a few minutes to gel with your teammates again, get your lungs and your legs, and then you take off from there in the middle of the first quarter.
University of Iowa Energy Collaborative is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball this year, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at iowaenergycollaborative.com. Penn State in their road navy uniforms, the script Penn State across the front with white numbers. The Hawkeyes in the home white uniforms. The block Iowa in black across the front with black numbers and gold and black striping down the side. Everybody on their feet getting ready for Game 2 of the Big Ten season, as the Hawkeyes have won at Rutgers. Nice to have that road victory out of the way.
Are you ready for Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball?
The Lions lost to Nebraska in Happy Valley 101-83. Hayden and Merkel will jump. About a 30-second delay here.
And the Iowa faithful enjoying a lengthy "Let's Go Hawks."
That's right. They may not stop for a while.
Everybody on their feet.
So the Hawks will go a little bit small with Stremlo, Wright, and McCabe. And hopefully that defense will step up without its best defender today in Kylie Feuerbach. Here we go, ball in the air. Both go at it. It's tipped around and taken by Stalky, so the Hawkeyes will have the opening possession of the game, the basket to our right. And a quick turnover as Hayden tried to get the ball from the right side to the left side to Hannah Stalky. Forced pass a little bit. We saw that against UConn. And you got to kind of really know where you're going with the ball first.
Yeah, so much high-low action for these Iowa posts. Puts the onus on them to deliver passes.
Mendelssohn drops it inside. High-low action and an easy hoop by Merkel. As we mentioned in the pregame show, shooting over 73%, and the Hawkeyes get it right back in transition. Ava Hayden gets on the board but loses a shoe, and Penn State quickly down court. Cleante, three-pointers up and good. Cleon knocks down a three-pointer, capable three-point shooter. And it's 5-2 in favor of the Lions. And here's a 14-foot jumper from the paint by Taylor Stremlo. Got rid of that defense, had an open look.
Nice move from Stremlo, and I like the Iowa transition attack right now. They're beating all the Penn State defenders down the court, getting deep in the paint.
Inside to Merkel, middle of the paint. Kicks it back out to Mendelssohn. Angles to the right side, cross-court pass to McMiller, and she couldn't knock it down deep in the corner. Has not been shooting the three ball well as she did a year ago. Chit-Chat right can knock down the three and does from the right side.
Oh, Chit-Chat's automatic from that right wing, especially when she has her feet set. Great start here offensively for Iowa.
Hawks by 2 at 7-5. Cleon on the left side. Now to Merkel. 6'6" center. Gives it off to McMiller. Hesitates. Now fires left side. Cleon and knocks down a big three-pointer. Catch and shoot. And Cleon has 6 points on 2 triples, and it's 8-7 Penn State.
Yeah, Chat just got a little deep off of her, had a long closeout, left Cleon alone for too long.
And here's a mid-range jumper left side by Hayden, no good. The ball comes right back to her. Layup good over the front of the rim. And Hayden has 4, and the Hawks regain the lead at 9-8.
Hayden's so bouncy. That makes those offensive rebound putbacks such a strength.
And she knew she was short on the jumper as soon as she shot it. Cleon drives, has to kick it back out to Mendelson. Now to McMiller, top of the key. Dribbles behind her back, between her legs. Murray on the right side. Inside Merkel. Puts it on the floor and loses control of the ball. And that is a shot clock violation. That's swarming Hawkeye defense on the 6'6" center.
One official signaled for a foul there kind of at the last second, but it's looking like as these refs talk it over, she's going to get overruled, I hope.
The foul is on number 44, Gracie Merkel.
Oh, even better. Goes against Penn State.
Got a little bit of both.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was just a swarming defense. As soon as Merkel went to put the basketball on the floor, the Iowa D was right there to turn her over.
So now let's see if they'll take a look at this. The shot clock went off. We heard the buzzer, and then also called a foul on Merkel going after a loose ball. So the review will be whether the foul occurred before the shot clock expired or right after, as we have timeout on the court. Here in Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. It feeds our livestock, nourishes our families, and provides homegrown, clean-burning unleaded 88 for our vehicles. Pump it up with unleaded 88. Go to iowacorn.org to learn more. 7:04 left to go in the opening quarter. Iowa 9, Penn State 8. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Happy Honda days are here. The best time to save on a certified pre-owned Honda at your local Honda dealer. See big savings on all certified pre-owned Honda cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Plus, you're Honda backed with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Every certified pre-owned Honda goes through a 182-point inspection and is reconditioned like new by factory-trained technicians with genuine Honda parts. To save on a certified pre-owned Honda, search your local Honda dealer today.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant and we're committed to making it clean. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle cost-effective alternate fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Hawks offensively off to a great start, leading Penn State 9-8 with 7:04 left to go in the opening quarter. So after checking, no foul on Gracie Merkel. That occurred after the shot clock violation. So it will be Iowa basketball. Hawks on top by 1. Stalky will throw it in against full court pressure. Evans has come in for Penn State, transfer from Georgia, backup post player, outstanding rebounder, and she is on the ball in full court pressure. Carolyn Keeger, in her 7th year, the head coach for Penn State, and a steal off the inbounds pass. Mendelson couldn't get the layup to go on the left side, and the Hawkeyes grabbed the rebound, and then Chit-Chat Wright has difficulty in the backcourt, but gets the ball and drives all the way to the paint, and a running layup is good.
Well,
nice
again,
high floater.
Yeah, no defense picking up this Iowa transition attack, so Chit-Chat's just going right at him, and what a pretty finish.
And she has 5. 11-8 in favor of the Hawkeyes. Here's McMiller. Jump shot left wing is no good. Missed it from about 15. Hawks corral the rebound. Get it ahead to Wright. On the right side of the floor, hands it off to Stalky. Back to the basket. Cross-court pass to McCabe. One-handed look inside to Hayden. Left-handed layup is no good from point-blank range, and the rebound taken down by the Lady Lions. In the front court, working the ball around the arc as Cleon drives in, couldn't get it to go. Ball is loose and dug up by McCabe, who nobody comes out to guard, and knocks down a three-pointer from the top of the key.
Heads-up play by Taylor. First, even just to bring the basketball up the court, and then secondly, to see no one was in front of her. Why not take a lined-up three? It's so good for Taylor. Shoulders to the rim.
14-8 in favor of the Hawkeyes. Mid-range jumper is up and no good. Evans couldn't connect from 17 feet away. Hawks get the rebound. Chit-Chat Wright drives, paint, goes up, contact, and is fouled.
Great job by Chat drawing that foul on the leading scorer the second leading scorer for Penn State, Kiyomi McMiller, just taking it right at her in transition. And what Iowa's doing a nice job of is avoiding having to face the Penn State press. Penn State likes to press off of made baskets, dead balls, and free throws. And every time Iowa gets a defensive board, Penn State can't get set up in that press.
You try to steal the ball or play really tight on Chit-Chat, and she'll get by you, and then all of a sudden is in that lane and is able to make things happen as she knocks down the first free throw.
She's very crafty, and she's just so smooth with those moves, Rob. It's kind of unassuming.
Second one also good. Wright has 7. Hawkeyes go up 16-8, 5:20 left to go in the first. Addie Deal into the game. Top of the key, Evans tries to get it inside to Merkel. Picked off by Deal. She sprints into the front court. Nice bounce pass to Strumlow. Goes up strong. Didn't get it to go, but will shoot a pair.
Nice push from Addie Deal, and then a nice bounce pass to Strumlow. And man, Strumlow's not afraid of contact. I'll tell you what, she went right into that. Almost went up more for contact than to finish the layup, I think, but gets herself a trip to the free throw line.
Maya Evans, 6'2" senior, picks up her first personal. Strumlow at the free throw line. First one, perfect. Taylor has 3. Had 11 against UConn on 3 of 5 from deep. Second one in the air, got it.
Extends Iowa's scoring run to 11-0 over the last few minutes.
And 16-3 the last 3:47. Hawks by 10, 18-8. Penn State with the basketball. Try to go inside to Merkel, and Hayes knocks it away on the right block and out of bounds.
You know, when you face a team with strong post presence, it's nice for Iowa because that's what they do all week in practice. They're used to guarding good post players.
Penn State gets it in after that deflection by Hayes, who had some really good minutes against UConn. And then Mendelson loses control of the basketball. Hawks dig it up, transition, three, count it for Chit-Chat right at the top of the key.
Chit-Chat is feeling it. Any worry about coming off the holiday break? Not for Chit-Chat. Another three from that right wing, forcing Penn State to call a timeout to try to stop the bleeding in this Iowa run.
Carolyn Keeger right off the bench after Chit-Chat Wright knocked down that transition three to give the Hawkeyes a 21-8 advantage with 4:45 left to go in the first quarter. Don't forget that at the game or at home, it's Wimmer's premium quality hot dogs and sausages. We'll score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork, combine it with natural spices, and you get the best tasting Midwestern hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. McMillar back for Penn State. Ranisavla Jevic into the game. Backup point guard. Has started 7 contests this year. Here's a top of the key long two that is no good by McMillar. Just has not been able to get that shot from distance on track, and the ball goes out of bounds. Touch last by Penn State.
Well, when leading scorer for Penn State, Merkel, does get touches, Iowa's doing a really good job of making her life difficult. There's been nothing easy for her so far in this game.
Just had that opening basket, nothing since. 14-0 run by the Hawkeyes the last 3 minutes and 10 seconds. 21-8 the advantage. Here's Stremlow on the right side. And a blocking foul will be called on Hannah Stolke.
Now that's that area of emphasis that we talk about so often, the moving screen that these officials are really looking out for. Any slide and you're probably going to get a whistle, as Hannah did there.
Yeah, Stolke got it back to Stremlow and then tried to use that screen. A little bit of movement there by Hannah. Her first foul. Mendelson, free throw line. Back to the basket. In trouble by the Stolke defense. Gets it back to McMillar, and she tries to do something on the left wing with 8 to shoot. Hawkeyes defense terrific on the perimeter. Long range three by Ranisavla Jevic, and it's no good. A desperation three. Hawkeyes active at the defensive end. Trying to keep it going at the offensive end as well, on top 21-8. Here's Wright. Out near the Mediacom logo, left side, and she puts the ball on the floor, goes around a defender, and knocks it down from 18 feet away.
Great two-person game on the left wing with Layla Hayes and Chit-Chat, and Chat just kind of wound her way through there. Nice pull-up jumper off the ball screen.
23-8, Hawkeyes, long range three, straight away no good by Mendelson. Hawkeyes get the rebound. Stremlow brings it into the front court, and then tried to get a pass in the paint to Layla Hayes, who did not have her eyes on the basketball, and it goes out of bounds along the baseline over to Penn State.
Yeah, Layla was just getting to the block, kind of her typical thing, trying to get her feet in the middle of the paint and get on that left block. Never saw the pass coming. You could see what Taylor did see.
It was
transition.
open.
Yeah, no, it sure was. But that's that freshman. She's still learning. She'll know when to look for Stremlow's passes.
Hawks on top 23-8 as we go under 3 first quarter. McMillar at the elbow, fakes again, pulls up, jumper good from 15.
Well, McMillar's a scorer, and you give her any space, she's going to look to get shots off. Whether it goes in or not, it's a different story, but she's not afraid to shoot it with a defender in her face.
There are times during the game where she's going to get a shot no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, she's shooting nearly 20 times a game. She's going to take them.
Hayes, turnaround jumper, paint, no. Rebound, Houston goes up strong with the left hand, and she is bumped and fouled. So instantly, Journey Houston into that game and makes her presence known right away.
As she so often does, and does it in a variety of ways. No surprise here to see her get a rebound, go up hard into contact, get herself to the free throw line, and Journey just quietly gets the work done every time she gets a chance in these games.
Mendelson picks up her first. Houston at the line, gets the first one.
Well, you can tell the message was received by Penn State in that Carolyn Keeger called timeout to up their defensive intensity. You can feel that a little bit since that timeout.
Second one, perfect as well. First points for Journey Houston. 25-10 Hawkeyes. 2:25 left to go in the opening quarter. Here's McMillan. Fakes. Jumper good from mid-range. Knocked it down from the left wing. McMillan has 4. Hawks get it into the front court against a little bit of pressure on top. 25-12, approaching 2 left to go in the first. Here's Hayden. Turnaround jumper from 16, no good, just outside the paint. Rebound to right, pass to Houston, short jumper good.
Heads up play. Chit Chat, smallest player on the floor, gets the rebound and sees Journey's wide open for the little putback. Great execution.
Callie Levine into the game as well. Playing good, solid on-ball defense and creates a travel on Clayant. Callie's been called upon. Gets moved up in that rotation with some injuries the Hawkeyes have had. She has done a really good job. Go back to those 2 long-range jumpers she hit at Rutgers.
She definitely has moved up in that rotation, and she obviously is doing things well in practice. She works hard, and what I noticed from Callie, she doesn't try to do too much. She just tries to do the role that's asked of her.
27-12, Hawks with the lead in the basketball. 1:33 left to go in the first. Bounce pass to Hayden. Outside the paint, cross court to McCabe, and the three-pointer won't go left to the top of the key. Rebound taken down by Penn State. Okoko into the game, got the board. Evans, top of the key area, looks for somebody to pass to. The Hawkeyes, really good perimeter defense. And obviously taking care of the inside as well. And a mid-range jumper from the short corner is good by Evans. Biggs not afraid to shoot the 15-foot jumper for Penn State. 27-14, under a minute left to go in the opening quarter. Houston gets it back out. Hayden, jumper good, a foot off the elbow.
There you go. Ava kind of recalibrating after a couple of long jumpers. That 15-footer that's been her bread and butter is back.
Almost a turnover by Penn State on an errant pass in the front court. Clayant gets the ball into the corner. McMillan fires up a jumper, no good. Ball loose, goes out of bounds as 2 Hawkeyes going after it, lost control of it. It'll be Penn State basketball. Iowa 29, Penn State 14. Merkel back for Penn State, the 6'6" center, replacing Rachel Okoko. Merkel receives a pass, gives it off to McMillan, gets into the paint and took an extra step, got away with it. Short jumper, no good. Houston the rebound. Down court to McCabe. Hawks can hold for the final shot of the quarter. 15 seconds to go. 29-14 the advantage. Here's Wright. A couple times on the floor, kicks it left side to McCabe. No good on the three-pointer. Off the right side of the rim, fight for the rebound as Houston went after it as time expires in the first quarter. Pretty good offensive 10 minutes for the Hawks.
I'll say, he'll take 29 points in a quarter anytime, and really what you love to see was the way Iowa started this game with their transition attack. They exposed a weakness in Penn State in that nobody was picking them up. Transition D was a little bit helter-skelter, and Iowa really took advantage of that. And then it's been a variety of different players that have scored so far, but it's all starting with Chit Chat Wright at 12 points in that first quarter. Did it in a couple different ways, and she's looking really smooth right now.
University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you no matter where you are in the state, changing medicine and changing lives for all of Iowa and beyond. Visit uihealthcare.org. We'll head to the second. Iowa 29, Penn State 14. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At the Machine Shed, it's all about making things from scratch. From our fresh-baked breads to serving real mashed potatoes. We source a variety of products from our community like locally grown sweet corn and garden fresh vegetables. A true dedication to the American farmer. We bake our own pies and our world-famous cinnamon rolls every morning. And you have to try our signature dessert, the apple dumpling. The Machine Shed doesn't do things the easy way, only the right way.
I-80 and Hickman Road, Urbandale. I-80 and Northwest Boulevard, Davenport.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
29 points in the first quarter for the Hawkeyes, and how about this for a shooting percentage for 10 minutes? 10 of 16, 62.5%, 3 out of 5 from 3, as Penn State 6 for 15 for 40%. Take a fast break on heating costs this winter. Tune up your furnace, seal drafts, and visit midamericanenergy.com for more ways to stay warm while using less energy. Penn State will open the second quarter with the basketball. Hoop to our left, and driving in is Evans. She had a spin move, couldn't get it to go, which ignites the Iowa transition game, and it results in a layup for Ava Hayden, who has 8. A terrific find by Taylor McCabe.
Well, that's as good as it gets when it comes to post-transition. Ava Hayden just puts her head down and sprints, and Matt Merkel had no chance of catching up.
McMillan can't connect on a three-pointer straight away as both teams go after the rebound. Two of them hit the deck in the paint, and a push will be called on Ava Hayden.
Yeah, Ava's motor is just different than a lot of post players that you see. Her ability to get up and down the floor at her height, and that's what these Iowa guards have to reward her when she does show that type of effort. They certainly have done that so far this season.
Mendelson back. Murray has the ball for Penn State. Mendelson back to the basket on the block. Turnaround shot is no good with the left hand. As Stalkey was there defensively, Hayden grabs the rebound, gets it ahead to Chitchad Wright, 31-14 Hawkeyes. Now Stalkey is pushed as she came just outside the paint on the left side. Maggie Mendelson, transfer from Nebraska, picks up her second.
Mendelson's an interesting story because she's a two-sport athlete. She also plays volleyball, and if you know anything about college volleyball, you know Nebraska and Penn State are two of the best in the country, quite literally. So she transfers to Penn State, wins a national championship in volleyball last season, and then here she just joined the team recently, coming off of another national title run. It just didn't quite get it done this year.
Yeah, just her second game, so she's had a really busy fall and is going to have a very busy winter. And here is Stalkey driving toward the basket, off the window. Count it! She knocked it down with the left hand and is fouled.
Oh, the old-fashioned three-point play attempt, and that was really good patience by Stolke in the paint. She just methodical with what she did, and Penn State pleading their case on the foul call. And as the replay plays, you can see all the contact. So nice job by Stolke, not another one who's not afraid to finish through contact.
Well, that's what Jan Jensen has wanted to see out of her paint players, is finish with contact and get to the free throw line for that three-point play.
Right, it's one thing to get to the free throw line, it's another to do it having just made the layup. And we all know Coach Jensen's the longtime post coach at Iowa, and so when she doesn't see layups go in, it drives her a little bit nuts, if we're being just honest here. So great to see some layups go down, and then even better when you see the three-point play finished as Stolke just did, sinking that free throw.
Nice high arching free throw by Stolke, and the Hawkeyes are a perfect 7 for 7 from the line. Penn State. Smith just into the game. Wild three-pointer right at the top of the key is no good. Long rebound to right. Transition three. Right wing. A little bit strong as it skipped off the window and the left side of the rim and goes out of bounds. But touched last by Penn State with the Hawkeyes on top 34-14.
We call that a heat check. After hitting two from that exact spot, Chit-Chat comes down and gives her a little heat check. And nice thing about it is Iowa recovers the rebound and retains possession.
And the officials stop play. Want to adjust the shot clock. 30 right now. I think they're looking for it to go to 23. With 8:44 left to go in the second. For Hannah Stalkey, that is now 1,300 career points. Off a three-point play. Hawks get it in off the inbounds play right to Stalkey, and she is held.
1,300, that's quite an accomplishment. Any 1,000-point club's something to be really, really proud of, especially considering some of the high scorers she's played with. It's not easy to put that many up yourself.
The highest of scores that she got to play with.
Well said.
Stremlow gets it to Stalkey barely, and Hannah couldn't get the left-handed layup to go in traffic, but fight for that offensive rebound. And that'll be a foul on Okoko, her second.
Well, those are the layups we're talking about, where you're right there, you're on the block, going up, not fouled, that need to go down for Iowa as this season rolls on.
So 3 players with 2 fouls for Penn State. Stalkey on the move, drives down the right side of the lane, and is held, and will be right back at the free throw line. There's the first quick step going to her left by Hannah Stalkey.
Oh, yeah, as quick as it comes, and that's kind of one of the beauties of this triangle offense that Iowa has moved to, where you're always got somebody at the high post, whether it's Stolke or Hayden or Hayes, whomever it is. You kind of want it to be Stolke, because when she catches and rips from that high post, it's really difficult for most post matchup defenders to move their feet alongside her.
First free throw perfect. Couple of dribbles for Hannah. Second one a little bit strong off the back of the bracket. Smith grabs the rebound for Penn State. 35-14. Hawkeyes on top with 8:25 left to go. Murray, a three-pointer from the short corner left wing, and swishes that through. Mariah Murray has a quick release and is capable to knock down that three-pointer.
And that's what she wants to do. 7 of her 8 shots in the game are coming from beyond the arc, so that's exactly where she likes to get her points.
Here's Wright, free throw line extended left. Trying to get a handoff to McCabe, and it goes out of bounds. Touch last by Penn State. Deal for McCabe. A change for the Hawkeyes with 8:04 left to go in the second quarter. Stremlow will inbounds the ball along the side. Gets it to Wright. Brings it in between the circles. McMillan comes out on her. Brings it to the right side. Now gets a screen. Line gets into the lane and then loses control of the ball. Dug up by Smith. Hands it off to McMillan. Now back to Smith. McMillan in between the circles, angles left, goes between her legs and tried to make a move in the paint, and a push will be called on Taylor Stremlow. There's the quickness of McMillan.
Yeah, exactly. Taylor trying to stick with her, and she did put 2 hands on her, had right in front of us. You just can't do that, can't grab them and impede their motion.
And she will throw the ball in along the baseline. Lob pass to Merkel in the paint. One dribble, up strong off the window and scores.
Oh, Gracie Merkel leading the country in field goal percentage, and that's why she takes high percentage shots. So right block, she loves that spot.
73.5%. Hayes fakes a short corner jumper, then drives the paint. Nice move, but couldn't get the right-handed layup to go. Too strong off the window. Penn State in transition. Now we'll slow just a bit as McMillan. Lob pass to Merkel. Puts it on the floor, now back out. Three-pointer is up and good by Clayant.
Well, another long closeout on Clayant. She's ready to shoot. All these Penn State players are. When they're catching, they're launching. It seems like everyone's got the green light, and as they cut that lead to 13, leads to Coach Jensen wants a timeout to talk it over.
And that's her third 3, and she's another player with a really quick release and has shot the ball well here in the first half. So timeout on the floor with 7:03 left to go until halftime. Iowa 35, Penn State 22. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics, and we understand there's a number for everything: square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's being a trusted RE/MAX agent. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics. Each office independently owned and operated.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Penn State gets it in after that deflection by Hayes, who had some really good minutes against UConn. And then Mendelson loses control of the basketball. Hawks dig it up, transition, three, count it for Chit-Chat right at the top of the key. That made it 21-8, and she was in a zone there for a while, had 12 points in the first quarter, and that's what you really want to see, Catherine, is the fact that somebody gets you off to a good start, knocks down some jumpers, and it just loosens everything up, doesn't it?
It does, and Chit-Chat really has that effect on this team. You can see, as often is with the case with a point guard, the teammates are looking to her for setting the tone and the mood of the game. And so when she comes out knocking down shots like that and exhibiting so much confidence against the Penn State defense, I think it puts everyone else at ease a little bit, and then it also just kind of gives free rein for other people to attack the rim just like she was doing. So, yeah, hot start for her, and then then on the conversely, an 8-0 run here for Penn State to start the second quarter, a lot different than what we saw in the first. So I like the timeout call from Coach Jensen. Just talk it over, calm things down. Iowa is more than fine and can come out here with a set play after they break this Penn State full-court press.
And that was the RE/MAX move of the game. With RE/MAX, it's more than numbers on a contract. It's about trust, honest advice, and expert guidance, because while numbers do count, trust matters most. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics. Hawks get it in. Stalky in the backcourt. Gets it ahead to Stremlow, and she is held a couple of paces from midcourt.
As Carolyn Keeger just throws both hands up in the air looking at her player. Guys, we just talked about stop fouling. What do they do right away is foul, but always kind of comedic to look over and see the just incensed look on people's faces in those type of situations.
And for Rachel Okoko, that is her third foul. Freshman at 6'4" from Montreal. Stremlow connects on both free throws. So Taylor has 6. Got the start for Kylie Feuerbach. Lower leg injury, and here's a steal by Stremlow. Wright digs it up, then down court pass to Stremlow, who drops it off for Deal. Couldn't complete the layup, but Stremlow gets another offensive rebound to Stalky. She's pushed from behind on the left side of the court. Boy, that would have been a highlight reel pass and layup.
Absolutely, and it was highlight reel defense from Stremlow that started all of that, and you mentioned her getting the start in Kylie Feuerbach's absence, and that's largely why. It's the defensive energy that Taylor Stremlow brings to this team, and the way she's able to force turnovers on the opponent like she just did on that last Penn State possession.
First free throw no good by Stalky. Penn State has made 3 of their last 3 from the floor, but the Hawkeyes should live here at the free throw line, and off to a great start. But now a couple of misses in a row by Stalky. 0 for 2, 37-22. Iowa on top, Penn State with the basketball. 6:25 left to go until halftime. Here's Smith, free throw line extended left. Gives it to Murray on the left wing. Deal comes out on her. Now to Smith, makes a move toward the basket. Drops it off inside to Cleont, and she has her shot blocked. Reverse layup wouldn't go. Hawks with the rebound. Deal brings it into the front court at the top of the key. Pushes it to Wright, who will set things up for Iowa. 6 minutes to go, second quarter. Chichat brings it back to the right side. Bounce pass inside. Stalky double teamed, goes up and is fouled.
Well, Penn State using about all the fouls they got here in this second quarter. And still got 5.5 or almost 6 minutes to go, and they've been in the bonus for a little while here. But it's a great recognition by Iowa's offense to keep feeding their posts and just keep taking trips to the free throw line.
Got that ball cleanly inside. McMiller, her second. Stalky back at the free throw line. First one, no good, off the back of the iron.
I had a feeling when you commented on the perfect percentage from that free throw line. I don't know about doing that, Robbie.
Obviously. Well, let's start another streak.
There we go, 1 for 1.
You know, I wish I had that type of power.
Yeah, I think you might.
I just don't.
Good self-awareness.
So Hannah gets 1 out of 2. She has 5 for the ball game, 38-22. As Merkel receives and makes a back to the basket move underneath and is fouled from Layla Hayes playing from behind.
Just in general, the game's really tightened up as far as the way the whistle goes. So for both teams, they can clean that up a little bit, play a little cleaner defense.
McMiller will throw it in along the baseline for Penn State. Gets it to Murray deep in the corner, left wing. Brings it to the top of the key with that right-handed dribble. Fakes a pass, and now a lob pass into Merkel. And she was so wide open, she had to do something. And that's an offensive foul.
So some frustration for sure on the face of Gracie Merkel. I know although Penn State's played a few, good teams in their non-conference season, they haven't faced consistent post defense and size the way that Iowa can throw at them between Stolke, Hayden, Hayes, and then even some of the other players off the bench who just play physically, such as Journey Houston.
Houston looking for someone to throw to, finds Hayes. Makes a nice pivot and gets the ball to Chichat Wright, who brings it across the timeline. Wright makes a move in the paint, kicks it back to Hayes, who fakes a jumper from 15, drives in, and Merkel blocks the shot, and then Hayes commits a foul, frustration foul against Merkel. That's her second, and gets Hayden back into the game.
It's a good way to say it, frustration foul. She wanted to make that layup, didn't, kind of got blocked a little bit by
nice
Merkel.
Move, yeah.
It was a nice move, but you're going against 6'6". Those aren't going to get off quite as easy as against some of the other teams we've played this year.
38-22. Hawks with the advantage. Penn State brings it into the front court. Cleont on the right wing and then takes it all the way to the hoop with the right-handed layup off the window.
Now, Cleont's a nice player, freshman from France, and she's really showing her skill set.
And Hawks couldn't convert at the other end as they got an attempt in transition by Hayden. McMiller quickly down the court, gets it to Smith. Turnaround jumper is good from the right wing.
Well, they had a little bit of a numbers as Hayden was still on the floor at the other end.
Penn State has made 5 of their last 6. Hawks go inside to Hayden, left-handed layup, good as she took it right to Merkel that time.
That's the best way to answer, just go right back at them, and I love this attack, Hayden against Merkel.
40-26, Hawks by 14, Penn State with the basketball. Inside, McMiller, turnaround jumper in the paint, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds, touch last by Penn State. And Cleont wants out of the game, which is good news for the Hawks.
Yeah, she is. She's been their best weapon so far this game, 11 points for the freshman from France. But Iowa responded really well, as you could feel some momentum coming from Penn State. So getting a score and then a stop, it's exactly what you want to do to get that momentum halted and going your way.
4:24 left to go in the second quarter. Hawks facing pressure. Here's Stremlow in the backcourt. Drives it across the timeline and breaks free into the paint. Drops it into Hayden. Goes up amongst 2 Nittany Lion players, and they whistle. It looked like as Stremlow went by, might have got Rani Savalovic in the eye. No call. And now let's see if the officials will take a look at that play. Hawks by 14.
And they sure will. Anytime there's that facial contact down over the last few years, they go to the monitor no matter what to see if it rises above the level of incidental contact.
But no call was made.
No, there wasn't. Just she was grabbing her face after the fact. She could.
And the Hawkeyes took advantage with numbers. Stremlow got into the paint, and the drop down to Hayden. All plays under review are brought to you by Athletico Physical Therapy. You don't need a jersey to move with purpose or permission to take your healing seriously. At Athletico, recovery fuels what's possible. Move like you mean it. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Hawkeyes. To me, that just kind of looked like a rip getting by the defender, and or maybe just caught a little contact.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think Taylor was just clearing some space as she went by and kind of happened to either have her elbow or her wrist connect. Was she went for the steal on her, but I would be surprised if this raises to anything else, but I've been wrong before on this type of call.
I don't remember when that happened.
I think pretty much every time when it's against Iowa, I'm like, I don't think there's anything there. But they're talking about it, so we'll see.
Get the announcement.
Upon review, the contact does not rise to the level of a flagrant one to continue play with presumption play.
So there you have it.
Is that new, having him get on the mic in the arena like that?
That is new this year.
I've been in quite a few games here, and I can't recall it. Tim Daly, longtime official, and he's got kind of
seen
nice
him
little...
a time or two already this year.
Oh, yeah.
He's got that down. He's got that sequence down.
You know, he must be on the game. Lisa Bluter's in the house, and those two are longtime buddies, so I'm not surprised that he's on the game today, so she could watch.
They have a nice meeting beforehand?
I'm sure they did, as they had so many years.
40-26, Hawkeyes with the lead. Now the basketball right inside to Hayden, makes a move and gets it to go. Goes up with the right hand over the front of the rim, and Ava Hayden with 12.
Well, that was not an easy finish that Hayden just did. It's not quite impressive. Off balance, going the other way, so probably not exactly how you draw it up if you're a coach for her fundamentals on that finish, but yet her athleticism allows her to finish the little bunny.
And then in transition, Penn State turns it over, so Hawkeye basketball. But the nice thing about Hayden on that other play, she went up strong, off 2 feet, and took it to the basket, not fading away.
Yeah, she's gotten so much better at doing that, and then also staying on her feet after the play. You know, her freshman year, there was a lot of plays that ended with her falling to the ground, and that's really a lot of wear and tear on your body over the course of a season. So definitely a point of emphasis, something she worked on a lot in the offseason.
Tegan Mulaney into the game. Hawks on top, 42-26. We're under 4, second quarter. Chit-chat across the timeline. Santana comes out on her. Inside Houston, back to Mulaney. Hawks work the ball around the arc. Cross-court pass to Mulaney. And then a late bounce pass attempt to Houston. Intercepted by Santana. Santana with that right-handed dribble. Gets a screen at the top of the key. Moves around, doesn't go anywhere. Gets to Smith, now inside Merkel. One dribble shot up and good with the right hand.
Yeah, Merkel's a good player, and that's what she wants to do, is turn over her left shoulder, finish with her right hand. She'll do that a lot this year.
Transition 3 for Wright, no good from the left wing. Ball dug up by Smith. Down court to Santana. Now Murray in between the circles for Penn State. Two-handed pass inside to Merkel. Now deep in the corner to Santana, puts it on the floor, goes baseline. Now Murray in the corner on the left side, and a whistle will be called. 3 seconds will be called on the Lady Lions.
Well, the Iowa coaches have been pleading for a 3-second call since literally the first possession of the game. So, well, it took 17 minutes, and they finally got one.
Yeah, not a call you see a whole lot.
No, and it happens a lot, too, that it should be called. You know, it's camping out in the paint a little bit, and But at the same time, you don't really want that to be what you call every time you get down the court either.
If you gain an advantage, though, you got to make that call. Here's McCabe for 3. Straight away, no good off the left side of the iron. Rebound taken down by Merkel. 42-28 Hawkeyes. Penn State's had a good quarter. 3-pointer up and is no good by Ranisavla Yevich. And the Hawks look to push off the miss. They get it to Wright. She dribbles in, pulls up from 15. That's an air ball. Ball saved by Houston along the baseline and then stolen away by Murray. Stolen away by Hayden. The finish off the window and a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, what a sequence that was. And even Coach Jay just puts a kind of a shoulder shrug because a lot just happened, Rob. After he had the missed shot, long and out of control by Chit Chat. Journey Houston keeps it alive, goes over to Taylor McCabe. Journey then knocks it out of Mariah Murray's hands. Hayden somehow comes up with it. And then she goes up, finishes through contact as Mariah Murray fell to the floor and sends herself to the line for a free throw to finish the 3-point play, just like that.
That's the way to finish in traffic and knocks down the free throw. Hayden with 15. Murray picked up the foul, her first. McMiller, short corner on the right side, backs her way in against Wright. Charge called on Kiyomi McMiller.
Chat's a little slow to get up there. Everybody's holding their breath for a second. And she says over to Coach Jay, though, I'm good, wants to stay in the game. So that's good. As we know, Chit Chat has missed quite a few games, but that wasn't a hit to the head. It just knocked the wind out of her. She took a hit right to her gut, pretty much.
Had really good position just outside the paint. And Wright brings it across the timeline, 45-28. Hawks on top, 2 minutes to go, and good ball movement results in an easy layup for Ava Hayden.
Well, Ava Hayden is winning this matchup so far in this game against the really talented scorer, Gracie Merkel.
Ranisavla Yevich puts it on the floor, gets into the paint. Wild runner is up and good.
Oh, really nice finish over the outstretched arms of 6'4". Nice finish.
Ranisavljevic gets her first hoop. Hawks by 17. Good ball movement around the perimeter. Inside-outside game results in a 3-pointer that is no good by Mulaney. Missed it from the left wing. Rebound taken down by Penn State. Murray gets into the front court. Gets a Merkel screen. Brings it to the elbow. And then a one-handed pass intended for Smith. Intercepted by Houston. To McCabe, transition 3, right wing, no. And Hayden goes after the rebound along the baseline, steps out of bounds. Penn State basketball.
Well, that steal, you saw the versatility from Journey Houston. For one, getting the steal, and then for two, the way she handled the basketball, weaving through the Penn State defenders who were trying to get in her way and take a charge. So she's a really, really talented player. And as her Iowa career goes on, you'll get to see more aspects of her game. But man, even just in the course of this young season, which now you kind of feel like they're not freshmen anymore in a lot of ways. Journey Houston's been spectacular.
Yeah, she really has. Is consistent. The player as Iowa's had off the bench. Merkel catches it deep. Turnaround shot is up on good off the window. Hayden, her second.
That was a weak call. Eva was pretty much straight up. Had two players that are 6'4" and 6'6" going against each other. And I can see Coach Jans. I'm not the only one who's confused about that, but just because there's contact doesn't always mean there's a foul, is all I'm trying to say.
Wasn't much there. So Merkel will be at the free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play. Iowa 47, Penn State 32. 52.6 left to go in the second. Free throw in the air, good. Merkel with 7. Chit-chat in the front court. Dribbles behind her back and then loses control of the ball. Knocked away by Cleon, and she runs in, and the right-handed layup is good. 13 for her. Leading scorer today for Penn State. 47-35, 30 seconds left to go. 7-0 run for Penn State. They've shot the ball very well in the second quarter. Outscored the Hawkeyes by 3. Here's Stuelke. outside the paint. 17 feet away, gets it into the opposite corner. Stremlo makes a move, drops it off for Stalky. Layup good off the window. What an assist.
And great timing, too, from Stremlo. What a pass. A little spin move, hesitation, knew exactly how much time was on the shot clock, and then dumps it off to Hannah Stolke. That was great time and court management by Taylor Stremlo.
And then Stremlo commits a foul against Clayant as she was going up for a jumper on the left side with just 2.9 left to go in the second. 49-35 Iowa.
Well, what was a 19-point lead just like a minute ago, really. That evaporated pretty quickly for Iowa, so I was really glad to see they could score there before the half ended. Stretch it back to 14.
So Clayant will get two. First one is good. Bounced on the front of the iron and dropped through for her 14th point. Second one, got it. Stremlo will throw it in with 2.9. Gets it to Stalky. Half court shot off the window in the front of the rim, no good. So the first half comes to a close. Iowa 49, Penn State 37, as the Lions outscored the Hawks in the second quarter 23-20. Don't forget to stop by and see what everyone is talking about at the Watermill Kitchen and Bar, voted the 2025 Best New Restaurant by the Corridor Business Journal. This modern Midwestern restaurant located in the heart of the Iowa River Landing features chef-inspired takes on all of your favorite dishes with amazing daily specials, unique cocktails, and monthly events. Stay tuned for the Hawkeye halftime show from Carver as Iowa leads Penn State 49-37. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists. Shop the sales and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant and we're committed to making it clean. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle cost-effective alternate fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics, and we understand there's a number for everything: square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's being a trusted RE/MAX agent. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics. Each office independently owned and operated.
Celebrate the legendary Donnie Baker with a night of non-stop laughs at the Donnie Baker Ron Sexton Memorial Tour, coming to Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. On Friday, January 30th, hear fellow Bob and Tom Show comedians Bob Zaney, Greg Hahn, and Kostaki Economopoulos share outrageous stories and never-before-heard moments from the road. Purchase your tickets for this heartfelt and hilarious tribute now at riversidecasinoandresort.com or stop at our gift shop. It's going to be a night of laughs you won't forget.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Hawkeye Halftime Show. Here's Rob Brooks and former Hawkeye Catherine Reynolds.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye, where Iowa leads Penn State 49-37 at the half, and it is time for our halftime stats report, brought to you by Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Well, starting on the Iowa side of the box score, leading scorer for Iowa at the half is Ava Hayden. She's really doing a great job in this battle of the bigs against the center for Penn State. Well, team stats, 17 for 34 from the field for 15%, 3 for 10 from 3 for 30%, and 12 for 16 from the free throw line for 75%. As I mentioned, Ava Hayden leading all scorers in the game with 17 points on 8 of 12 shooting. She's got 3 rebounds, 1 steal, and is doing a nice job of not fouling too much, just has 2 fouls against the strong center for Penn State. Chit-Chat Wright, the second leading scorer for Iowa with 12 points on 4 of 7 shooting. All 12 of those points came for Chit-Chat in the first quarter. A little bit quiet for her in the second, but doing a nice job running the Iowa offense. For Penn State, they're shooting at 48% from the field on 15 of 31 shooting, 36% from 3, 4 of 11, and 3 for 3 from the free throw line. So far fewer trips to the free throw line for the Penn State Nittany Lions than there were for Iowa. Leading scorer for Penn State is Tia Caleante, the freshman from France. She's got 15 points on an efficient 5 of 6 shooting. She's a perfect 3 for 3 from 3. She's got 1 assist and a steal as well. Gracie Merkel right behind her with 9 points of her own on a perfect 4 for 4 shooting, showing why she's leading the country in field goal percentage. Has 9 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and a blocked shot. Iowa leading the rebounding war 21-14, continues to be a strength for the Hawks. Iowa only 8 turnovers to Penn State's 13, and then Iowa leading the paint points 24-14 and leading points off turnovers 13-10. Of note, though, Iowa, after winning the first quarter 29-14, did actually lose the second quarter 23-20 for a halftime score of 49-37.
University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball this year, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. 49-37. Hawks on top at the half. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Attention Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is proud to be an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether you're at the game or watching from home, Big Grove has got you covered. Enjoy an easy Eddie from the stands or visit them for every Hawkeye game at any of their 4 convenient Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, or Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Life's busy. Quick Start makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks. Hey, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Need gas? We've got fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus perks like free ATMs, no hidden fees, and free air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track. Stop in to Quick Start today.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant and we're committed to making it clean. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle cost-effective alternate fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. At the half, Iowa leads Penn State 49-37. As we will get into the halftime scoreboard, check finals across the Big Ten and the NFL. After we pause, 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. The scoreboard update is brought to you by Community Choice Credit Union. High fees, unfair charges, no early paydays, no bank you. Become a unbanker instead at Community Choice. 3 other Big Ten women's basketball finals as UCLA has defeated Ohio State 82-75. Michigan State 70, Rutgers 64, and Illinois by 10 over Purdue at 83-73. NFL Finals today as the Dolphins get by the Buccaneers 20-17, and New England no problem with the New York Jets 42-10. The Jets another struggle this year. How about the Cleveland Browns? They defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers in Cleveland 13-6. The Jaguars over the Colts 23-17. The New Orleans Saints 34. The Titans 26. Seahawks no problem with Carolina 27-10. And the Bengals all over the Arizona Cardinals 37-14. Afternoon games, late afternoon kicks. The Giants in Vegas over the Raiders 14-3 at the 2-minute warning, second quarter. And the Bills trail the Eagles 7-0. Tonight, the Bears at San Francisco. Monday Night Football has the Rams at Atlanta. Right here, it is 49-37, Iowa over Penn State. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need, so you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles, or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
Abbott in the Big Ten. 18 schools. One blood drive competition with a life-saving purpose. We give blood. This season, your one donation helped save up to 3 lives. And together, we saved over 200,000. But the need for blood never stops. So keep your sleeves rolled up. Keep giving blood. Keep saving lives. Visit big10.org/Abbott to donate.
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Both teams back out on the court. The Hawkeyes warming up, the hoop to our left, Penn State to our right. Hawk fans, enjoy your home away from home at Coralville's all-suite Homewood Suites in the Iowa River Landing and the Home 2 Suites, both Hilton hotels. Relax in spacious suites with kitchens. Enjoy free breakfast, 24-hour gym, pool, hot tub, and more. Perfectly located for your next Hawkeye visit. Also want to thank today's game sponsor, U.S. Cellular. as the official wireless partner of the Hawks. U.S. Cellular reminds you that on game days, your hands are free for cheering, not texting, because game days are always built for the Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular is built for us. Well, the Hawkeyes built a really nice lead after the first quarter, 29-14. Penn State, give them credit, came back and won the second quarter 23-20 and shot the ball very well. 9 of 16, 56.3%. The Hawks in that quarter just 38.9 after going 62.5% in the opening frame. The Hawkeyes still dominating the glass, 21-14 with 24 points in the paint. 20 minutes of basketball to go. The home opener in Big Ten Conference play has the Hawkeyes on top 49-37 over Penn State. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
This is Jordan Sekefetz here for my dad Brian and his crew at Dodge Street Tire. For over 30 good years, they have taken care of their customers and treated them like neighbors. This season, if your car or truck is struggling to compete, take a shot with Dodge Street Tire. You won't have to jump through hoops to ensure quality and honest service for Hawkeye fans everywhere. Whether it's new tires or engine trouble, Dodge Street Tire will score a win for you and your family. At the corner of Dodge and Church Street.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Hawkeyes start with the basketball to open the third quarter. Stalkey at the free throw line. Drops it off to McCabe. One dribble, now back to Hannah. Slips it off to Hayden, and the easy left-handed layup. Really good interior passing.
And Penn State started this half with the zone. We didn't see that at all in the first half, so kind of an interesting decision, and Iowa just ate it right up like they knew it was coming.
And Shayla Smith gets a start for Penn State in place of Mariah Murray. Actually, Murray's in there, and Merkel, a little flip with the right hand is no good. And then Hayden grabs the rebound and then is tied up. So Penn State will keep the basketball. Alternate possession. And now McMillan comes in for Smith. So McMillan did not start the third quarter, but is in there now at 9:21. So Murray has the basketball on the right wing. Mendelson drops it in to Merkel, and that's a really good high-low action, and Merkel has 9 points.
Oh, and it looks like Penn State's staying in this zone defense, so this will be a different look for Iowa here in the third quarter.
Hawks were 3 for 10 from 3. Stalkey inside, little pump fake in middle of the lane, and then has her shot blocked by the 6'6 Merkel and out of bounds. And the Hawkeyes will retain possession on top 51-39.
Second block of the game for Merkel, and it reminded me a little bit of when I was down in Florida playing that tournament, and Hannah Stolke had a little bit of trouble getting blocked, and that's kind of what Merkel's done to her today.
And she slashed toward the rim on the inbounds play, and it was knocked away. Hawks in a box set. Stremlo to throw it in. have to get the shot clock set after that ball did touch a Penn State player. 8:57 left to go. And now we're ready to go. Pass inside to Stokey along the baseline. Count it! High off the window, and a chance for a three-point play. Worked to perfection.
Sure did, and that's so fun for a team and a coaching staff when you have a play drawn up and you're trying to expose certain holes and weaknesses in a defense, and when it works to perfection like that, and even better to draw the foul while doing it.
So Hannah right back at the free throw line. Murray picks up her second free throw. Strong off the back of the iron. Merkel hauls in the rebound to Cléant, who had 15 in the first half. Gives it off to McMiller, who knocks down a three from the right wing, right in front of the Penn State bench. McCabe tries to answer from the left side, can't. Ball tipped into the hands of Stokey. Tried to get it to Stremlo, did. Saved it from going out of bounds. And the Hawks will keep the possession, and that'll result in a Hannah Stokey layup.
Well, that's all credit to Taylor Stremlo. Just a pursuit of that rebound. She's flying out of bounds, tosses it back in to avoid the turnover, and then heads up play coming back in, and Stokey slashing to the rim.
Really the second wild possession that the Hawkeyes have been able to score.
Yeah, man. Closest the game has been was that 11-point lead, and gets right back to 11 here as a little high post jumper from McMiller. So it's time for Iowa to lock in on these little things.
She's starting to heat up, has 5 in this quarter alone. Here's Wright for 3, missed it, left to the top of the key. After 12 first quarter points, have not scored since then as Chit-Chat Wright, 55-44. And McMiller, a driving layup in the paint, is up and no good. Missed a little floater. Wright brings it into the front court for the Hawkeyes. 55-44. Wright from the right side gets it to Stokey just outside the paint. Kicks it to Stremlo in between the circles. Taylor holds the ball low, gets it to Hayden, and her turnaround 18-footer is up and no good. And Merkel, big wide body, grabs the rebound. Cléant tries a cross-court pass. It's intercepted by McCabe. She'll pause, fire a three, strong off the back of the iron. Long rebound comes right back to her. Hawkeyes will reset up 11. Early stages, quarter number 3. Stremlo in between the circles, gets a Hayden screen, stops and pops from 15, no good. Ball tapped out by Hayden, great job by her to Wright. Now Stremlo along the baseline, reverse layup is good.
Well, Taylor Stremlo uses the hesitation move better than most that you see in college basketball in this era. She just gets people to stand up, lulls them to sleep, and then continues to attack the rim and uses the rim as a protector for that reverse layup. Great move.
And a pass attempt from half court by McMiller in transition. Nobody there. The ball goes out of bounds along the baseline. Over to the Hawkeyes on top, 57-44. 6:37 left to go in the third. Against full court pressure, Wright brings it across the timeline. Gets it to Deal, free throw line extended left, just into the game. Now Stremlo, quick pass to Stokey. Back outside, Deal puts it on the floor all the way to the rim. Left-handed layup is up and good.
Oh, nice finish and nice move by Deal, just kind of navigating her way through the defense, finishing on the left-hand side.
Let's see if that gets her going. 59-44. Hawkeyes extend that lead with 6:05 left to go in the quarter. We're in the third. Here's Branislav Jevic. Gets it off to Mendelson, dribbles it off her foot, goes in the backcourt to retrieve it, and then a long three-pointer is up and good by Branislav Jevic.
And Ronnie Slavovich from Switzerland shot that from Switzerland. That was a deep three. Knew the shot clock was winding down, and Iowa
had to.
Iowa begging for an over and back call.
Wright in the paint, gets it back to Deal from the right wing, and then gets it into Hayes, puts it on the floor, backs her way in, and the shot won't go. Right in front of the rim, rolled off the left side, but will shoot a pair. Evans her third. Houston in for the Hawks. Merkel back for Penn State, 59-47, Iowa.
That was a
led
nice
the
move.
entire way.
They have, and it got tight there for a couple of minutes. But what that tells you, Rob, is like, just put them away. You know, here a couple different times Iowa has stretched out leads. I believe the largest one being 19, and a couple of different times Penn State's come roaring back and cut it to 11 just a couple minutes ago. So I know you finish layups, limit turnovers, all those type of things, make free throws, namely as Layla misses the front end here. But Iowa more than capable to run away with this game and put their foot on the gas, but just letting Penn State in a few too many times.
Second one is banked in.
Still counts all the same.
Take them any way we can get them.
Exactly.
Hayes' first point.
That's what that glass is there for.
Use it. Hawkeyes now 13 of 19 from the free throw line. Lob pass into Merkel and caught it deep. Goes up and a Hayes foul. That'll be 3 on her. And Merkel at 6'6" catches it that deep. Something good is going to happen for Penn State. So she'll be at the free throw line with 9 points. 60-47. Hawks on top by 13 with 5:10 left to go in the third. Merkel's first is good.
I think Layla Hayes had the furthest to go to get home for the holidays. All the way
all
the way to Alaska and back.
Good thing she made it back on time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be easy. Did have to come back Christmas night just to make sure she got here. Second free throw, no good. 60-48, Hawks by 12 with the basketball. 5 minutes left to go in the third. Stremlo gets it to Houston. Free throw line extended left. Inside, Hayden. Now right side, Stremlo. Count it! A three-pointer wide open from the right wing.
Well, it's making the most of this start in the absence of Kylie Feuerbach. Taylor Stremlo most definitely is, and making her impact on the stat sheet.
Clayant tried a three-pointer in transition, couldn't get it to go. Down court, Deal makes a move. Short jumper, right wing is no good. Just outside the paint. McMiller in the front court for Penn State. 63-48 Iowa. Here's McMiller. Now a pass inside to Merkel from the top of the key, and it goes out of bounds. It will be Hawkeye basketball, but we've got timeout on the court with 4:17 left to go. Third quarter action from Carver Hawkeye in Iowa. We grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn grows feed for our livestock, food for our families, and clean burning fuel with Unleaded 88. Go to iowacorn.org to pump it up with Unleaded 88. Compassionate help, anytime, anywhere. Call or text 988. 4:17 left to go in the third. Iowa 63, Penn State 48. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hawkeye fans, gear up for game day with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, they bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Sip on fan favorites like Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, and Neighborhood Beer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to the stadium? No worries. Join them at any of their 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Taylor Stremlow getting her 4th start of the season. First 3 were in place at Chit Chat Right today for Kylie Feuerbach, and she has 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, only 1 turnover, and a steal. And has just done a tremendous job for the Hawkeyes. And when she has been pushed into that starting role, it seems to ignite her a little bit.
It does, and what a luxury for the coaching staff to have a player. You know, you never want to have an injury, you never want to have illness, things that require you to mix up your starting lineup. But when that does happen, to know that you've got someone like Taylor Stremlow in your back pocket who not only does she embrace the starting role, she's okay when she goes back to being that 6th person as well. And that almost says more about the type of person that she is.
Hawks in transition. Deal all the way to the rim from the left wing. Layup is good.
Well, hasn't Addie Deal just made strides in the course of this season? The non-conference really paid dividends for her. She's looking so much more confident.
Well, there's that transition game for the Hawkeyes, getting it going with Wright, and then right down the right side of the lane, Cleont. It's her first points of the 3rd quarter, has 17 to lead Penn State. Hawks by 15 with the basketball. Here's Stremlow. One-handed pass to Houston, top of the key. Hands it off for Wright. Smith comes out on her as she angles toward the right side, then fires a 3-pointer off the left side of the iron. And the rebound lost along the baseline as Rachel Okoko couldn't hang on to it.
Well, they say the Big Ten's a physical conference, and if you're wondering what they mean, watch the post for a few minutes in a game like this. It's just nonstop, relentless contact, whether it's Merkel or Hayden or whomever. They're just down there battling constantly, and even so much there that the ball was bounced out of bounds because they were so busy being tied up with each other. And man, it's something to watch, the level of physicality at this level of college basketball.
Hawks by 15, get the ball in. Here's Hayden on the right wing. Takes a couple of dribbles and lobs it out for Wright. Now back to Hayden. Now to Wright. She stops and fires a 15-footer right at the free throw line and knocks it down. Her first basket since the 1st quarter.
Yeah, nobody's happier to see that go down than she is, and felt like what was going on after such a hot start. But she's right. She's always in there. It didn't go anywhere.
Got to take it, that's for sure. As a 3-pointer by Cleont is no good from the short corner on the right side as Iowa gets the rebound. Chit-Chat comes to the left side, hesitates, gets in the paint. Little double scoop is up and no good. Merkel grabs the rebound, and a hold is going to be called on Stremlow. Going after the board. That's her 3rd foul. Levine McCabe back for the Hawkeyes.
Well, it's deep Hawkeye rotation. It's, so we've talked about that a lot this season, but the ability to go 8, 9 players deep, especially when fouls are an issue, high tempo game, people need a breather. It's such a luxury.
Cleont across the timeline. Levine on her, gets a screen, angles right side. Now gets it back to Murray, and as she tried to tee up a 3-pointer, a foul is called. And that'll be the 2nd on Merkel, trying to set a screen. That'll get Evans back into the game for Merkel. 67-50. Hawks big lead of 21. Back in the 2nd quarter. Lead by 17. 2:30 left to go in the 3rd. Hawks lead the quarter 18-13. Here's Wright. One-handed pass to Levine, left wing. Top of the key, Houston puts it on the floor, looks inside, gets it inside. Hayden goes to work against Evans and lays it up with the left hand.
Hayden was ready to catch and spin on that one. Her 21st points of the game, 10 for 15 from the field, and she's just been all over the place.
Leading the way for the Hawkeyes. Here's Smith on the right side of the court. Lost control of the ball. McCabe going after it, knocks it out of bounds. Area of huge improvement for Taylor McCabe with the defensive end.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I was thinking that in the first quarter, Rob, so it's kind of funny you bring that up. I mean, that used to be a part of the reason that kept her off the court. She's not a bad defender, just needed to increase her physicality, her foot speed, and she certainly has done that.
That and rebounding. And here's Stremlow with a steal of a pass. Drives in, the left-handed shot is no good. Stalky there for the board, and she's held by Cleont.
Nice block by Maggie Mendelson, who, as we mentioned earlier in the game, makes her living on the volleyball team, and she's used to.
Kind of looked like it.
What a switch that has to be for her, just the physicality of basketball compared to volleyball, and just switching up. I'm sure the cross-training is good for her, but gosh, it's got to be tough to just.
Well, and that's getting after it back in August.
Oh, yeah.
That season starts in August with games, so you think about practice even before that.
Yeah, and Penn State, perennial powerhouse in volleyball, and actually she's from Utah originally, and she's a player that Iowa was recruiting heavily. She played for Team USA basketball and volleyball, just really, really a talented young woman.
Hawks get it into Stalky, short corner left side, dribbles it into the paint, back to the basket, goes up strong with the left hand, no good. Weak side board, Callie Levine, back outside Taylor McCabe, three won't go, but Hayden there for the rebound. And then a three for Levine, wouldn't go, short corner right side. Rebound taken down by Smith of Penn State. Brings it into the front court, Hawks by 19. Drives in, short jumper window, no. Nice box out by Stalky as the rebound taken by McCabe. Down court pass, Hayden, layup good. Caught it almost underneath the hoop and still got it to go.
Talk about the highlight reel. Great little teardrop pass from Taylor McCabe, and Ava Hayden, track star, coming out of nowhere in the full court sprint and finishing, going full speed. Not easy to do, to catch, handle, and finish through traffic.
Well, she got her workouts done over Christmas break.
Yeah, she got, sure looks like she did.
23 points for Ava Hayden. That prompts a Penn State timeout as the Hawks go up 71-50 with 1:12 left to go in the third. At the game or at home, it's Wimmer's Premium Quality Hot Dogs and Sausages. They'll score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork, combine it with natural spices, and you get the best tasting Midwestern hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. Hawks have scored 22 points in the third quarter and on a 6-0 run the last 159. Penn State hasn't scored for the last 243 after being red hot in the second.
Yeah, they sure were, and like we said, they won that second quarter, 23-20 against Iowa. So it's clear this is going to be the story of the rest of this season. Now that we're in Big Ten play, is teams are going to stick around if you let them. And I think Iowa's done a really nice job here as this third quarter has progressed. As a couple of different times, Penn State cut it to 11, to 12, back to 11, and then stretching this lead. So I'd love to see Iowa here execute out at this timeout, get a stop and a score, and then just run away with it in the fourth quarter.
Nice little push here at the end of the third with 1:12 left to go. And a 21-point advantage. Don't forget with RE/MAX, it's more than numbers on a contract. It's about trust, honest advice, and expert guidance. Because while numbers count, trust matters most. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics. Hawks have shot 10 of 23, 43.5%. That in the third quarter, 47-4 for the game. Started hot from three, but now just 4 of 17. 6 of 15 for Penn State. And on the year, the Lions have been a 33.7% three-point shooting team. So it should be Hawkeye basketball. To make that Penn State. Be Penn State basketball in the backcourt. Hawks will set up defensively. Like a little zone for the Hawks. Jan Jensen told us in the pregame show, wanted to change up the defensive looks for this one. As the pass is batted away and out of bounds by Hyde, and they tried to get it from the right wing into the 6'6" Merkel. And Hyde got in front of that one and swatted it away. McMiller will throw it in along the baseline for Penn State. Get it to Murray, free throw line extended right, dribbles behind her back. Deal on her. 3 seconds left to go on the shot clock. And Addie Deal going to be called for a reach.
Looks like Iowa will go back into the zone here. They were possession of zone, possession of player to player, now back to the zone.
Hawks by 21. Here's Mendelson inside Merkel, and the help defense by Callie Levine swipes it away, and she drives in, flips it off for Deal, layup good with the right hand on the left side. Boy, she got up and down the floor.
Yeah, she did. She can move. She's a fast kid, and nice running right with her was Addie Deal with the finish.
And Deal with 6, all in this quarter. Cleont. One-handed pass to Murray on the right side of the court. Hawks on top 73-50 with 10 seconds left to go in the third. Cleont, a deep 3 left wing. That's an air ball, but it's caught by Merkel, and the layup is good. And that will close out the third quarter. Looked like a pass, but that was a shot.
Yeah, it was. And, you know, what jumps out to me, Rob, is when we were in New York for that Connecticut game, so much of the frustration for the Iowa coaches was that they felt like the third quarter was where they lost that basketball game. And so to see Iowa come out here with emphasis in the third, win it 24-15, is just something that they've been talking about and wanting to improve. So that's a great sign of improvement and listening to the things that you're working on as a team.
And a good last 5 minutes. Iowa 73, Penn State 52. Fourth quarter action coming up next. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant, and we're committed to making it clean. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle cost-effective alternate fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Jan Jensen and Ben McCullum. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
The year-end clearance sale is going on now at your local Honda dealer. Honda cars, SUVs, and trucks are on clearance during Happy Honda Days. Save thousands on the new Honda today with 0.99% financing. 2025 Accords, Pilots, and Ridgelines are on clearance. Plus, see big savings on the full Honda line, like financing as low as 0.99% APR on the new 2025 Ridgeline. Don't miss Happy Honda Days. Search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval offer ends 1/5/26.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
We've played 3 from Carver Hawkeye, the Big Ten opener. At home for the Hawkeyes, it's Iowa 73, Penn State 52. A solid third quarter for the Hawkeyes. Won that one 24-15. Now have 42 points in the paint to 20 for Penn State. And Iowa has 23 points off Penn State turnovers. Hawkeyes only with 9 turnovers. Penn State has 19, so 18 assists, 9 turnovers, and 9 steals so far for the Hawkeyes, who have the basketball. Here's Wright. Brings it in between the circles. Now high post area. Stalky, she'll turn and face. Jumper, no good. But went and got her own rebound. Flips it to Stremlow. 3. Count it from the left wing. Taylor Stremlow on fire this afternoon, has 14 points. Remember, she hit 3 threes against UConn in 5 attempts. McMurray, turnaround jumper, baseline, right side, no. And the ball goes out of bounds. Touch last by Penn State. Iowa basketball on top, 76-52, just underway in the fourth. Here's Wright on the left wing. Drops it inside Hayden, back to the basket. Kicks it out to McCabe. Now Stremlow, free throw line extended right. Top of the key, Stalky puts it on the floor all the way to the rim. Left-handed shot is up and no. But contact and a foul. See if they get Mendelson.
The foul is on number 4, Maggie Mendelson.
That'll be her third.
That's her third, team first.
Good hard move to the basket for Anna Stalky. And went to the left side and then kept it on the left side with her left hand. So kept away from that defense. The worst you're going to do more times than not is get a trip to the free throw line, and she knocks down the first.
Well, and she is so good finishing on the left side, too. That's really become a strength of hers over the course of her 4 years here. It wasn't always that way, and just love to see that when a player works on something over and over and over again. Amazing the progress that can happen.
Can't connect on the second one off the back of the bracket, and that's been her miss at the free throw line today. Just a little bit long. It's on target, just a bit strong. Here's McMiller down the left side of the lane. Left-handed layup, no. Ball tapped out of bounds. Hayden was there, Merkel as well. And they're going to say that it is off Hayden, as the Hawkeyes are going to use their challenge. Jan Jensen got the call from the bench that, hey, let's take a look at that. And you got to get used to using that, because that's new this year.
Yeah.
So timeout on the floor. 8:52 left to go in the fourth, as they will take a look and make a determination whether it went off Iowa or Penn State. So 8:52 left to go. Iowa 77, Penn State 52. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quickstar keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a delicious bakery treat, or our take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. And while you're fueling up with Quickstar's fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. We're all about saving you time, money, and making your life easy. Quickstar's here for you whenever you need us.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Midwest One believed in us and gave us the money to get started, and it was great.
We're talking with Jack Piper of Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack.
In 2005, they were there when we opened Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack. They've been there every step of the way with funding and great feedback on how to expand our brand. Midwest One Bank has been great, and with the recent uncertain times, we got through it, thanks to Midwest One Bank.
Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
77-52, the Hawks on top with 8:52 left to go in the fourth, and the call is reversed. So the ball was batted out of bounds by Gracie Merkel. So a well-timed challenge for the Hawks, and that means they get to keep it.
Well, you got him for a reason, you know. Might as well use it, and that's good time for me to give a little shout out to Iowa video coordinator Ben Lober. He spends a lot of time reviewing film. He sits here cutting up the film in real time as the game's going on, and nice for him to get a little fist bump there from Coach Jensen, because Ben does a lot of behind the scenes work, and this is one of those roles that he has in game that
made that quick.
Yep, he sure did. And so I love that for him when he gets to get the recognition that he so often doesn't get, even though he's a big part of this team.
I gave him a pat on the back for you.
A literal pat on the back.
Absolutely.
I love it. Thank you for doing that.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he does. That guy, he's always working.
Hawkeye basketball. Right across the timeline. On top 77-52. Early going fourth quarter. Brings it left side. Then tried to get a one-handed pass to Hayden. Lost control of it. That's going to result in a wide open layup for Penn State, as Cleont now has 19. She's played well.
Yeah, there's got to be a career high for her. I mean, she's a freshman and she's out here having a great game. That being her 19th points of the day. I'm gonna have to get the fact checkers named Rob Brooks on me, since I made a claim such as the
we have to find out. We'll see if you're correct or not.
We don't have someone in the studio to look that up for you.
Well, we got a foul as Wright went to the basket. She had 23 at St. Joe's.
Well, that's why I shouldn't just make
Well, let's
things
say
up.
a Big Ten.
Oh, Big Ten career high. Love it. Thank you for the backup there, partner.
As she had 12 against Nebraska, so 2 double-digit games. As Wright knocks down the first free throw. As Cleont committed the foul. Second one also good. Wright with 16. The Hawks go back to that zone defense, 79-54. It's worked out well. McMiller, right side of the court, backs up outside the arc. Now Murray. Smith gets it back to McMiller, cutting toward the middle of the paint, and the short jumper is up and good.
Well, it's good execution. It's exactly where you want to attack on a zone, is that high post area, and make people have to collapse on you.
She has 11, but averages 18.2. So the Hawks have done a good job on her. Called play results in a left-handed layup for Ava Hayden, who has 25.
Oh, that spin was so quick. It's really tough for opposing defenses to move with Ava when she knows what move she's about to make.
There's no hesitation. As soon as that ball reached her hands, was on the move. 81-56. Hawks have broken this one open. McMiller will fire a three and knock it down just left to the top of the key. She has not been shooting the three-pointer well this year, but did last year at Rutgers. And here's a steal in the backcourt by Cleont off the inbounds pass, and she lays it up and in as 21. Hawks don't want to lose focus here as Wright brings it across the timeline, on top by 20. 6:47 left to go. Hayden gets it back in the short corner to Wright. Outside the arc, now lob pass inside to Hayden, and Smith comes over to help defensively, saves it from going out of bounds. And then Evans goes after it. And a hold will be called on Taylor Stremlow as the two players going after the ball along the sideline.
Well, I know we have a turnover there, but a much better job by Iowa in general today with the turnovers. Against Connecticut last week, that was a really, really struggle point. I don't know how else to say it. So to see Iowa with just 12 here as we sit with 6.5 minutes in the fourth quarter is a good sign of improvement. But this is time for Iowa to really lock down their defense and then face this Penn State pressure, which has upped the ante, and the pressure's been really on.
Here's Smith. Top of the key, lob pass to Merkel, caught it underneath the basket. One dribble goes up and lays it in off the window.
Oh, that was just too easy. Merkel's going to make that all day long. Just turned right around, no one in front of her.
Has 16 at 7 at intermission, and then a attempted steal by Smith. The ball goes out of bounds along the side. As Tegan Mulaney is in the game and will throw it in with the Hawks on top, 81-63, 6:12 left to go.
Good to see Tegan be back in this rotation after just dealing with a whole host of different
injury,
ailments.
illness.
Yep. So happy to see her out there getting some minutes.
Here's Wright, brings it back to the left side, outside the arc. Now McCabe, short corner left. Gets it back from Houston, will fire a three, no good off the left side of the iron. McMiller with the rebound. Across the timeline, hesitates at the free throw line, goes all the way to the rim, left-handed layup good.
Well, she shows what she's capable of. McMiller can really score. It's quite a move there through the traffic. Now here Iowa execute, use some shot clock, burn some time down, and then get a high percentage look.
Inside, Houston drops it off for Stolke. Layup is up and good. A pass across the lane after a nice entry by Mulaney. And a lot of contact there, and Stolke finishes.
Well, the script has really flipped. For years, Iowa just, although they've had really good posts, of course, over the years, but it's been a guards show for a lot of years for Iowa's offenses. And now this year, really, like I say, that script has flipped. And Ava Hyde and Hannah Stolke just endlessly coming at you and able to score in so many ways. It's really fun to watch, and these guards are doing a great job of feeding them the basketball.
Stolke has that free throw dip in and pop out. And a transition three in the corner by Murray, no good, left side. Stolke the board, 83-65. Deal back into the game with a basketball. Puts it on the floor. Flips it off to Houston. Layup good. But that's all created there by Addie Deal.
It was, and that's the second time Addie had an assist that really showed her high IQ basketball play where she makes the extra pass. She could have laid that up herself. Instead, she makes the nice dump pass to her teammate.
Merkel missed the first, got it back. Layup the second time, good. So she's getting some points here in the fourth, and a coast to coast for Addie Deal. Nobody cut her off, and Deal has 8.
Well, that looked like the first quarter when Penn State's transition D is just non-existent. You don't really, actually, as a coach said, it's infuriating. There's one objective in basketball, it's to stop the ball in transition, and when nobody does that, great recognition by these Iowa guards, including the freshman Addie Deal, to just keep going right all the way to the rim. I'll take that right-hand layup. Why not?
And she did. 87-67, the Hawks on top, 4:53 left to go. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Attention Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is proud to be an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether you're at the game or watching from home, Big Grove has got you covered. Enjoy an easy eddy from the stands or visit them for every Hawkeye game at any of their 4 convenient Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, or Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists. Shop the sales and get fuel savers. Talk about convenience. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Hawkeyes with the basketball, and a good job on the right side. Mulaney finds Hayden, and the 15-foot jumper is up and good from the short corner. She has 27 after McMiller got open for a 2-point shot and scored right after the timeout. Empty possession for Penn State. The Hawks get it across the timeline on top, 89-69. 3:50 left to go. Here's Hayden, 16-foot jumper, in and out. Just off the elbow. Merkel the rebound. Down court pass to McMiller. Pate goes all the way to the window. Shot up and good.
Kylie McMiller is an impressive scorer. She's so crafty when her handle is really, really tight, and just as a sophomore, that's not an easy thing to do. Oh, she'll score a lot of points this year in her Penn State uniform.
Well, when she played for Rutgers last year, put up a lot of points.
When she played is the key there. She missed a lot of time for a lot of quote undisclosed reasons, team reasons, those types of things. So she did miss a lot of time last year, but she's a confident player, that's for darn sure, and she'll put up a lot of points.
Played in 21 games a season ago. Penn State gets it back, and Smith, mid-range jumper, right wing, is up and good. It's her second hoop. Mulaney in the front court, backs up, fires a three short from the right wing, but the Hawks get a second opportunity with Houston. Short jumper, paint, no. Houston gets it back and finishes as the ball climbed over the right side of the rim. Contact and a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, Journey Houston quickly becoming a fan favorite, and it's exactly because of plays like that. As she just continues her effort at all times on the court. She never takes a play off, and she's not looking for credit. She just wants to do what's best for her team.
And the Hawks take a 30-second timeout. Houston now with 8. Evans picks up the foul. Offensive rebounds been a real positive for the Hawkeyes today.
19 offensive rebounds for Iowa. I mean, that's almost unheard of, and that's, you know, we talk about areas where Jan Jensen era Iowa teams are different than Lisa Bluter era Iowa teams, and with all the love in my heart that I have for Lisa Bluter, we were never good rebounding teams. Not like this. And, you know, Jan, look at like plus 14 or something like that on the year. There we go again, me throwing out stats that year.
And it was good last year.
It was really good last year. So the defense and the rebounding, and that's not to say Lisa didn't emphasize those things. She certainly did, don't get me wrong, but these teams have just really kind of made those strengths. And so that's something I know Coach Jensen is proud of.
So Houston at the line to try to complete another three-point play. Free throw, good. Journey with 9. Averaging 4.3, so she's had a terrific afternoon. 92-73, we're under 3. Here's a deep corner 3 by Cleon, and it's no good. Rebound taken down by Mulaney, brings it herself across the timeline. Hands it off to Wright. Callie Levine next dead ball. Here's Deal for 3, got it! From the right side, a deep 3 for Eddie.
Her and Journey Houston both having a great night. Addie Deal with 11 points, 5 for 7 shooting. She's made the only 3 she's taken. She's got an assist. She got a steal earlier. So between the two of them off the bench, it's really great production.
And all in the second half.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Just easing into things. And as you see Callie Levine enter the game again, this is a young lineup, all 3 freshmen on the floor. Callie Levine hasn't seen a lot of minutes in her Iowa career, but definitely has been working to get more of them. So fun to see how this lineup does here in these closing minutes.
Deal did have 17 against Western Illinois. Taylor Strumlow with a career-high 14. And Hayes back in there knocks the ball away as it was an intended pass for Mendelson. Goes off of Penn State and out of bounds, 95-73. Deal, throw it into Houston against pressure. Bounce pass to Deal, who whips it to Levine. Free throw line to Mulaney, driving in from the right side. Shot is up and blocked away. But good execution by the Hawks there in the fast break.
Yeah, that was another one headed for the highlight reel until the block came in and blew it up a little bit. But, man, Callie Levine gets down the floor in a hurry.
He does. There'll be a little track in her past as well. It's Solon. Inside to Hayes. Has it knocked away in the paint. Dug up by McMiller. Lob pass for Mendelson. Lost control of it along the baseline. And the ball goes out of bounds, and the Hawks did a good job collapsing under the hoop.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job communicating with each other. It's a group that, you know, when you see a group that doesn't get a lot of minutes in games together, you know they're getting minutes together in practice when there's no starters out there. So they've played together a ton, and it shows right now.
That's Deal's first double-digit game since November 26th. We're under 2, 95-73. On the move is Branislav Lavovic. Shot is up and no good. Hawks grab the rebound. Deal gets it to Houston, drives down the right side of the lane, gets it off to Mulaney for three. No good off the left side of the iron from the right side. Houston, the rebound, drives in and puts it up over the front of the iron. Journey Houston with 11.
And she earns the points she gets. That offensive rebound's no easy task, and Journey just relentless effort.
And Murray in transition gets a three to go from the right side. 97-76. 1:10 left to go. Nebraska put 100 on Penn State. See if the Hawks can. And they get a couple points closer. Deal, a smooth move off the left block.
Well, they're going to try to hit 100, Rob, that's for sure, sitting at 99. But like you say, another nice move from Addie Deal. Just really looking confident out there tonight.
Mendelson for three, straight away, no. Bounced off the right side of the iron. Houston the rebound. Levine across the timeline. The crowd wants 100. 99-76. Mulaney in between the circles. Rolls a pass to Hayes in the paint. Now in the corner, Levine for three. No good off the front of the iron. Murray the rebound for Penn State. Shot is up and no good by McFadden into the game. And now the Hawks will dribble this one out as Levine gets across the timeline with 5 seconds left to go. And the Hawks will be 2-0 in the Big Ten. 99-76, the Hawks over Penn State. And win the Big Ten home opener. Get ready for Nebraska on the first. But a dominating start and a dominating third quarter, which was great to see for the Hawks.
It really was, and as we talked about earlier in the game, Rob, that third quarter has been a little bit of a leaky area for Iowa. So to see them come out today with such force in that third quarter, win that quarter by 9, 24-15, and then just kind of kept their foot on the gas throughout the remainder of the basketball game. So between the first quarter start and then the third quarter start, I think Coach Jay's got to be really happy with what she saw from her group in their first return to action after a brief holiday break.
And 6 players in double figures.
6 players in double figures, and let's count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players played. In the Big Ten, you don't see that a lot. A lot of teams will go 6 deep, 7 deep, 8 on a good day. So to go 10 deep is really special, and that's something that makes this Iowa team dangerous. And that's all without starter Kylie Feuerbach playing any minutes, so really you're looking at an 11-person rotation. And I'm not saying I expect that to happen every game, but to know that you have that sort of ability and the comfort in putting those types of players out there is a really good thing. For one, it saves your legs. For two, it makes you harder to guard. And then for three, these people are getting experience, and they'll have it later in the year. They'll always be able to bank that and then use it later on.
Hawks get victory number 11. Stand at 11-2, 2-0 in conference play. Penn State falls to 7-6 and 0-2. Iowa 99, Penn State 76. Stick around for the postgame show after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
Comedy powerhouse Dane Cook is coming to Riverside Casino and Golf Resort on Friday, February 13th. Known for his unparalleled stage presence and outrageous observational humor, Cook's catalog has been streamed over 1 billion times worldwide. Along with his unforgettable comedic genius, he has starred in movies such as My Best Friend's Girl, Employee of the Month, and Good Luck Chuck. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at riversidecasinoandresort.com or visit our gift shop.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
Hi Hawk fans, Coach Kirk Ferentz here. For 40 years, our players have proudly worn the ANF logo to honor the hardworking farmers who keep this country growing. With fewer farmers working the land, their challenges are bigger, but their commitment never wavers. The Iowa Hawkeyes and the Iowa Farm Bureau are proud to stand with these dedicated families who feed and fuel our nation. Thanks for celebrating 40 years of America Needs Farmers. Let's keep standing strong for the people who keep us going strong. To learn more, visit americaneedsfarmers.org.
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Hawkeye Basketball has been brought to you by Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. And by Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. This is the Hawkeye Postgame Show.
Couple career highs as far as points are concerned. One for Ava Hayden with 27. Her previous career high was 21 against Southern. That was the opener back on the 3rd of November. 27 for Hayden tonight on 13 of 19 from the field. And then Taylor Stremlow with 14. And that is a career high for her, getting the start this afternoon. Previous high of 12, which she started that game too against Baylor on the 20th of November. We'll check out the stats after we pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field. Postgame stats report, as always, is presented by Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. A bunch of good-looking numbers on that stat sheet.
Well, lots of good-looking numbers, and we'll jump into the individual stats. But we'll start with the team stats for Iowa. Finished 50% from the field on 38 of 76 shooting, just 26% from three, a little below their numbers there on 6 of 23, and then 68% from the free throw line on 17 for 25 shooting. But as you mentioned, Rob, 6 different players in double figures. Those were Hannah Sulky with 14, Ava Hayden with 27, Taylor Stremlow with 14, Chit Chat Wright with 16, Addie Deal 13, and Journey Houston 11. So to see those two freshmen do some damage in the second half was a lot of fun. But we'll look at Ava Hayden's line a little closer. She was 13 for 19 from the field, was just shy of a double-double as she finished with 9 boards. 2 of those were offensive. She had an assist and a steal to go along with it. So a well-balanced and really nice day for the center, Ava Hayden. And Chit Chat Wright finished with 16. The way she started the game, 12 in the first quarter, it looked like she was on pace for a day like Ava's, but still a really nice line. 16 points on 5 of 11 shooting. She made all 4 of her free throws. She had 3 rebounds and 6 assists. So a nice day from Chit Chat. Iowa, 24 assists on 38 made baskets, so sharing the basketball well. For Penn State, shot at 51% from the field on 32 of 63 shooting, 35% from 3, 8 for 23. And just 5 free throw attempts. They were 4 for 5 for 80% from the free throw line. Their leading scorer was actually freshman Thea Cleante from France. She had 21 points on 8 of 13 shooting. She was 3 for 7 from 3. Had 2 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. So a really nice day for the freshman, who they are certainly excited about her future. And then the 2 leading scorers on the year for Penn State did finish close to their numbers. Kiyomi McMillan with 20, Gracie Merkel with 18. Iowa out-rebounded Penn State big time, 48-27, and on the offensive glass, 21-5. And a few other things to point out. Iowa scored 23 points off of Penn State's turnovers, beat them in the paint 56-34. Second chance points, Iowa had 23 to Penn State's 4. And then one that jumps off the page and that you're really happy about if you're the Iowa coaches is bench points. Iowa had 25 bench points, and Penn State just had 11.
You look at that rebounding. Second chance points, 23. Points off turnover, 23. And 21 offensive boards. As you mentioned, that's a tough number to get to anytime, but especially in a conference game.
It is a tough number to get to, and sometimes, just me, when I hear about offensive rebounds like that, I want to first look at the shooting percentage, and it's like, well, why were there so many available? That being said, Iowa shooting 50%, 26%, little below, I think, for them or where they'd like to be. But when you do all those other things well, that's okay, and you're really happy that you are pursuing the glass that way when you are missing a little more than you'd like to. And can't say enough, Hannah Stolke, 4 offensive rebounds. But listen to this. Journey Houston off the bench in just 19 minutes, 6 O-boards and 11 total rebounds. So she finishes with a double-double, a really, really exciting night for Journey Houston.
And 2 of her top performances have come in conference games. She had 12 against Rutgers and then 11 here along with a double-double. And that's just in 19 minutes. That is production offensively and defensively for sure. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated and voted best of the area for 12 straight years, proudly supports Iowa women's basketball. Trust Dodge Street Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. Hawk fans, don't forget, throughout the season, as many of you have already done, and we appreciate it, you can join Jan Jensen and me for Hawk Talk, presented by Oaknall. We are live from the Watermill Kitchen and Bar inside the Hyatt Regency in Coralville. Hawk Talk with Coach Jensen every week from 6 until 7. You can visit HawkeyeSports.com to take a look at the full schedule. No Hawk Talk this week. We will be back on the 7th of January and then roll through all the way through the end of the season. So plan to join us then. Back with more on the postgame show from Carver after Iowa gets victory number 2 in the Big Ten, 99-76 over Penn State. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
In football, champions execute flawless strategies. Your company's health plan should too. Aplos offers crystal clear costs, intelligent provider networks, same-day appointments, and embedded pharmacy savings. Help your team thrive. Discover your playbook at aplos.health.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Hawkeye fans, gear up for game day with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, they bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Sip on fan favorites like Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, and Neighborhood Beer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to the stadium? No worries. Join them at any of their 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air, always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
Do you smell that? No, it's not just toast. That's the smell of your car payment becoming toast. Move your car loan to Community Choice and toast those payments for 99 days. Get started at unbankyourride.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Hawks over Penn State, 99-76. 2-0 in the Big Ten. And we'll have another home game on the 1st as Nebraska will be inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. That is a 1 o'clock tip. 12:30 for the pregame show, and that's the only team that Iowa plays in the Big Ten twice, as Iowa will be in Lincoln on the 16th of February. Time to check the scoreboard, brought to you by Community Choice Credit Union. Does your bank care about you? Then tell them no bank you and become an unbanker at Community Choice. Big Ten women's basketball, 3 other finals. UCLA over Ohio State, 82-75. Michigan State, a little bit of a scare with Rutgers at 72-64. And Illinois has defeated Purdue at 83-73. We'll get back to the Community Choice Credit Union scoreboard in just a moment. But first, Sean Sullivan, assistant coach, general manager for the Hawkeyes, has joined us courtside here after the Hawkeyes defeat Penn State 99-76. Were you teaching some O-boards out there? Huh?
I was trying. That was impressive, right?
That's a bunch.
21 offensive rebounds, which, you know what, it led to 23 points. And, we got to give a shout-out to Journey Houston. She had 6 big ones. That kid competes every day in practice. And we get on her hard enough because we know that she can make that type of impact in the game. And it shows tonight. She had her first double-double, I believe. 11 points and
that's
11
in
rebounds.
19 minutes.
Yeah, I mean that's impressive. But overall, if you can crash the boards, a lot of teams just don't like rebounding. That's why a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on it. And we came out big tonight with that.
2 plays that really stood out, and there are probably a few more. But a missed shot, tip out the rebound, get it in the corner, make a move, somebody slashes to the basket. Huge plays, and then a couple times where, hey, if you know that the shot's not going to go in, what do you do? Us old school guys, you go foul your shot, right?
Yeah.
Well, that happened today, and many times you don't see that.
You don't see that, and that it goes back to practice. It goes back to that mentality of when you get that offensive rebound, what we try to do is we like to get it. If you can put it back up, put it up. If you can't, we got our shooters spotting up for those 3-point opportunities, and we know McCabe kind of went cold tonight. I believe she went 1 for 8, but that's rare. 1 for 9, that's rare. But it was great because we had other people take over. A lot of people drove in the lane, made a lot of good points. We got, let me see my notes right here, 56 paint points on 24 assists. That's incredible. That's Iowa basketball.
Sean, the start was really good, 29-14, and then Penn State had a good quarter in quarter number 2, shot the ball well, but the third quarter, and I know that had to be kind of a point of emphasis maybe after the UConn game, and looked good and won that one by 9.
You hit it right there. That was a huge emphasis going in at halftime, really talking about we remembered what that felt like, and we're not going to have that feeling ever again. So we came out there, third quarter was hot for us, and I think still a learning experience is when you get up big, you got to continue to play very, very hard. I think the second quarter, we lost that 23-20, and what happens is that when you get that big margin, sometimes you want to take early shots in the shot clock because you're up big, but at the end of the day, that's the small things can add up to big, and then you can make it back into a close game. So, it's something small that we got to work on. But, yeah, overall, third quarter was great for us. Really hit some shots, really ran what we need to. Transition was good. Ava Hayden was really able to run. We practiced that, and, she's getting back to her groove.
And then Chit Chat got off to a great start. They got 12 points in the first quarter. Then Addie Deal comes off the bench, goes 6 for 8, had 13 points all in the third and fourth quarters. So several contributors at different times of the game.
Yeah, and talk about someone just waiting their turn and their opportunity to show up. And, Addie Deal is one of those players that come in, they work hard, they get the practice in. Doesn't force a lot of shots, doesn't force a lot of things. But when she has her opportunity, I mean, it shows when you put the work in, good things happen. And Addie Deal is one of those people. Chat did a great job today, too. Like you said, she got really, really hot. And, we've been really trying to encourage her to have that scoring mentality because you can tell she has it. And it's hard to guard her. So she's done a great job, and we're just going to continue to work on that.
And Taylor Stremlow, boy, career high 14 points, jumps into that starting lineup again. And does it at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, how about her going 2 for 2 for threes? I mean, that kid has been working on her three-point
and hit 3 at UConn.
Yes, she has been working on that with confidence. And talk about a kid who will dive on the floor, will get cuts, bruises. It does not matter. I mean, that is a kid you need on your team, and we got one of those. And she is all about basketball. Iowa, anything for her teammates first. She is the most unselfish type of player. And it's truly amazing, and she comes up big for us, It's just the small things that people don't do. She's doing it.
That you got to have done.
You got to have it done.
But 6 players in double figures, and I know we talked about the depth of this team, and it was showcased out there today. But that's a great thing, especially after a little time off, right?
Yeah.
You had a little bit of a break, got back, a couple practices in, and we're ready to roll.
I will say that break helped. The players got to rest. They got to be home. A lot of people, they miss home a lot, so that's nice for them to get back. And, yeah, 6 players in double figures is huge. I think if we can be consistent, basketball, if you can be consistent with that type of stuff, you're going to be really hard down the road.
No doubt about that, and it's going to get harder down the road, and that'll
harder.
start the new year, right?
Oh, yeah, good old Nebraska. Can't wait.
First of 2. I know you can't.
Yep. Can't wait. That's another great game.
That's what the Big Ten's all about, right?
It's what it's all about. They got us here at home last year. We got them there at their place, and we don't remember or we don't forget about that stuff. So we're ready.
All right, Sean. Appreciate your time.
Hey, thank you so much, and go Hawks.
Sean Sullivan, assistant coach, general manager for the Hawks, does a great job game planning and brought the Hawkeyes a victory today, and hopefully one of many this season. 99-76. Iowa over Penn State. We'll take a break and then be back and revisit that scoreboard in a moment. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawkeye fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, the Banks Student Living and Kirkwood Hotel. Come home to luxury living at the Banks Student Living, located just minutes from the U of I, with a 24/7 fitness center, resort-style pool, sauna, private study rooms, and so much more. Studio to 4-bedroom floor plans available. It's time to find your future home by visiting thebanksiowa.com or calling 319-249-6575 today.
Midwest One believed in us and gave us the money to get started, and it was great.
We're talking with Jack Piper of Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack.
In 2005, they were there when we opened Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack. They've been there every step of the way with funding and great feedback on how to expand our brand. Midwest One Bank has been great, and with the recent uncertain times, we got through it, thanks to Midwest One Bank.
Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
6 players in double figures for the Hawks, led by 27, a career high for Ava Hayden, and 16 for Chit-Chat Wright, and then also a career high for Taylor Stremlow with 14, Stalkey with 14 and 8 boards. Hayden had 9 rebounds, and the double-double from Journey Houston, 11 and 11, and 13 for Addie Deal. And we'll hear some of those outstanding point production that we had from the Hawkeyes en route to 99 points this afternoon. And the Civco Precision Plays of the game are brought to you, of course, by Civco Medical Solutions, as precision matters most when your loved one is undergoing an invasive procedure. For over 40 years, Civco has been a trusted provider for image-guided procedures, counted on to deliver outstanding service and superior quality around the world. Civco Medical Solutions, making image-guided procedures safer. And here are some of today's top plays, the Hawks' victory over Penn State. And here's a 14-foot jumper from the paint by Taylor Stremlow. Got rid of that defense, had an open look. Chit-Chat Wright can knock down the 3 and does from the right side. Cleon drives in, couldn't get it to go. Ball is loose and dug up by McCabe, who nobody comes out to guard, and knocks down a 3-pointer from the top of the key. Penn State gets it in after that deflection by Hayes, who had some really good minutes against UConn. And then Mendelson loses control of the basketball. Hawks dig it up, transition 3, count it for Chit-Chat Wright, right at the top of the key. And here is Stalkey driving toward the basket, off the window, count it. She knocked it down with the left hand and is fouled. Ball saved by Houston along the baseline and then stolen away by Murray, stolen away by Hayden. The finish off the window and a chance for a 3-point play. Pass inside to Stalkey along the baseline, count it. High off the window and a chance for a 3-point play. Work to perfection. Inside, Hayden, now right side, Stremlow, count it, a 3-pointer wide open from the right wing. Nice box out by Stalkey as the rebound taken by McCabe, down court pass, Hayden, layup good, caught it almost underneath the hoop and still got it to go. Rebound taken down by Mulaney, brings it herself across the timeline, hands it off to Wright. Allie Levine, next dead ball. Here's Deal for 3, got it! From the right side, a deep 3 for Addie. Addie Deal, there was 3 of her 13, as all of her points came in the third and fourth quarters. Hawks win it 99-76. We went over the Big Ten finals. We'll review those for you, as this is the Community Choice Credit Union scoreboard. UCLA 82, Ohio State 75, Michigan State 70, Rutgers 64, and Illinois defeats Purdue by 10, 83-73. Other games across the country in the top 25. Vanderbilt, number 12, 109, defeats Stonehill, 109-50. Number 15, Ole Miss, 64. Alcorn State, 44. Number 2, Texas, no problem with Southeast Louisiana, 120-38 the final. Earlier today, number 3, South Carolina, 96, Providence, 55. Number 11, Kentucky, 80, Hofstra, 42. And Butler loses to number 1, UConn, 94-47. Number 5, LSU, over 100. They defeated Alabama State 109-41. Those are the other finals in the top 25. And the Big Ten finals, of course, the Hawkeyes defeat Penn State here. Number 14th in the country are the Hawkeyes, 99-76. We'll head to the Iowa locker room and wrap things up after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official Des Moines local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, AFLOS, and Community Choice Credit Union. In football, champions execute flawless strategies. Your company's health plan should too. AFLOS offers crystal clear costs, intelligent provider networks, same-day appointments, and embedded pharmacy savings. Help your team thrive. Discover your playbook at aflos.health.
Craving something sweet? Step into the flavor of a good old-fashioned bake sale, Quick-Star style. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our premium donuts. Choose from Quick-Star's fluffy Long Johns, rich Persians, classic Bismarcks, or ring donuts. So delicious, just like the ones at your hometown bake sale. Do you remember those fresh, oven-baked cookies your grandma used to make? So good. Well, the Quickery's got them. Our cookies are just like the ones from back in the day. Let's head straight to the bake sale, only at Quick-Star. Treat yourself today.
Everyone knows the BBB is the Better Business Bureau, but depending on what you need, it's the Better Plumber Bureau, the Better Auto Mechanic Bureau, the Better Accountant Bureau. That's because the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better check that business out first so you don't get ripped off bureau. Be smart. Always look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
The holidays are coming. This year, elevate your dessert table and focus on the family by letting the Eat Shop do the baking. Bourbon pecan, pumpkin, Dutch apple, French silk, key lime, cranberry crumble, cherry. You can't go wrong. Fill your dessert table with gourmet handmade pies and treats that are worth every bite. Pre-order now at theeatshop.com or visit us in Solon, Uptown Marion, or at the University of Iowa campus cafes. Worth every bite.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Hawks get victory number 11 on the season, stand at 11-2. And this is the last regular season game of 2025, Iowa and Nebraska on the 1st. Hawk fans throughout the season, and don't forget to join head coach Jan Jensen and me for Hawk Talk. Our next one will be on the 7th of January. University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you no matter where you are in the state, changing medicine and changing lives for all of Iowa and beyond. UIHealthcare.org is where you can visit for more information. Well, Chit Chat Wright got things started for the Hawkeyes. She ended up with 16 points on 5 of 11 from the floor. Knocked down all 4 of her free throws, had 6 assists, 3 rebounds in 35 minutes and 27 seconds. And so important to get off to a good start as the Hawkeyes led after one, 29-14. Here's Catherine.
Chat, you had a really hot start in that first quarter, 12 points right out of the gate. So how did it feel to get back going and have your home opener for the Big Ten?
Felt really good to have a home opener for the Big Ten at home and just going out there playing with poise, being patient, making reads, and I feel like I made really good reads. And I feel like sometimes I was a little off, but just still putting my head in the game and playing team basketball, I think.
Yeah. So talk more about that when shots aren't falling for you, just kind of your ability to keep your team together and knowing that they feed so much off of you as the point guard.
So eventually, everybody's not going to make every shot. So you just got to, dial in and just keep playing basketball, keep passing the ball, and eventually it'll fall. So.
Mm-hmm. And now you've faced a few different teams that are full court pressure type teams. So can you just talk about, as a team, how you feel like you've developed over the year, getting more confident facing a full court press?
Mm-hmm. I would say the key to breaking a press is, of course, trying to get the ball in the middle, but also just staying poised and not getting rattled when the pressure is on you. So that's something we've been working on in practice a lot. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, awesome. Well, congrats on the win. Great game, Chat.
Yeah, thank you.
Chit Chat Wright, the Hawkeye point guard with 16 points. And as she mentioned, got Iowa off to a great start with 12 quick ones in the first quarter. And also knocked down a couple of three-pointers in that time as well. Time for our post-game chat with Jan Jensen, as it is Oak Knoll's mission to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City area for 59 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa Healthcare System, Kinnick Stadium, of course, Carver Hawkeye, and downtown Iowa City. Proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more.
Coach Shea, after the layoff for the holidays, a really strong first quarter start. And then as you talked about after Connecticut, you were worried about the third quarters, but a strong one today, scoring 24 points. So just talk about the start then and then after the half.
Yeah, that's what I was really happy about is in the games we haven't performed so well in getting the win. The third quarter has just been sluggish. And I thought from the 8-minute mark, specifically remember 8-minute mark on in that third quarter, I thought we were really sharp, paid attention to detail. I was just pleased with that. I think we had too many turnovers. It wasn't terrible. What do we have? 14. I don't think we should have against this team because the press was more a pseudo. It was a slowdown mostly. I want to see that area better. But sometimes we are playing a lot of younger teams and combinations that are in there. And then we'll have that couple back-to-back turnovers. But other than that, I was really pleased. 6 people in double figures. I love to see that.
Well, that's where I was headed next was your depth, and then Taylor Stremlow stepping into the starting role seamlessly again. You just talk about Stremlow a little bit, the way she affects the game, and then that even when she goes back to that 6-person role, it doesn't seem to bother her.
I mean, she's just as a coach's dream because she doesn't get hung up on whatever the position she plays. Whatever minute she gets, she starts, she's in, she's out. But the kid is just, an impact player. And she's going to make some mistakes at times. And, she's bouncing between the one. She's had to play the one against some really superior opponents. And then she plays the small forward. And sometimes she's got to play the off guard. But the kid is just so eager. And I'm just so doggone happy when it goes well for her. And I thought today, I was a little concerned. Kylie is our best player. She's been an extremely steady leader. She's been efficient. She doesn't turn the ball over. She understands every play. We were able to still do a pretty good job defensively. That McMiller kid, she's really good. She gets hot. She only had 4 in the first half. We let her get 16. But I do think that overall, the kids who were asked to step up, I think collectively did a nice job.
Yeah, and then just lastly, Ava Hyden's line, 27 points, nearly a double-double with 9 boards, and just talk about her day.
I was so happy for her because her confidence is kind of taking a hit. Ava is she's a perfectionist. Maybe she won't consider herself, but their expectations, mine are high as well. But, nobody felt worse with her foul trouble in different games, and then that affected her confidence offensively. So I told her the other day, I said, I'm not worried. So I don't know why you are. I said, I'm not worried. And then today, after we had a nice moment after the game, and I was just so happy for her. So those are the things that Ava can counter with when she doesn't get in foul trouble. She's playing against a big, she's pretty agile, she's fast, but certainly it helps that we played at home.
Yeah, well, congrats on the big win, Coach, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And just want to say thanks to these amazing Hawks, that fans that came out. You guys are absolutely incredible. I can't tell you enough how much you help with recruiting. Very few people get what we get, and I am beyond grateful for all that you guys do. And I know it was kind of a dismal day out there, but as Bailey Turner told me that everybody's going to be ready to kind of get out of the house and or get away from their families for a while and get to Carver. So thank you. We love you guys, and we'll see you back on the 1st.
Just a few short days away is 2026 Iowa and Nebraska, and a terrific crowd. And, of course, another sellout at 14,998, and pretty much everybody was here. There was a very, very few, if any, empty seats this afternoon to see Iowa now win 12 in a row against Penn State, and the Hawkeyes have beaten the Lady Lions by double digits in 11 straight games going back to February 3rd, 2019. Hawkeyes now extend that home winning streak to 9 games. And, of course, I mentioned Ava Hyden with that career-high 27 points on 13 of 19. Also had 9 rebounds and a couple close calls to double-doubles after Journey Houston had a double-double of 11 points and a career-best 11 rebounds. And it was her first career double-double. And Addie Deal, third career game in double figures, all coming in the second half with 13. And Taylor Stremlow, of course, had that career-high 14 points that Jan talked about her game here post-game. And Chit-Chat Wright had 16 points, team-high 6 assists and 3 boards. And that's Wright's 6th game in double figures as a Hawkeye. So all good news from Carver Hawkeye Arena on this Sunday afternoon after a few days off. And now no school for the players to have to worry about until later on in January. It's full go basketball. And the next game broadcast for Hawkeye women's basketball will be on the 1st against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. That is a 1 o'clock tip, so 12:30 for the pregame show. Iowa men tomorrow, their final non-conference game before jumping into Big Ten play against UMass Lowell, who is out practicing right in front of us now. So after the Hawkeye women exited, UMass Lowell coming in to get a workout. That's a 4 o'clock tip tomorrow, so that's a Monday game at 4, as the pregame show will be at 3 o'clock. Then we've got Hawkeye football on New Year's Eve from Tampa, the ReliaQuest Bowl. That is a 11 a.m. Central kick, so 9 o'clock for the pregame show, and then back with Iowa women's basketball on the 1st. So if you can keep that straight, good luck. a lot of hoops and football coming up this week.
Yeah, full slate for the Hawkeye fans.
Appreciate everybody tuned in for this one as the Hawkeyes get victory number 11 on the season, stand 11-2, 2-0 in Big Ten play. Penn State drops to 7-6, 0-2 in Big Ten play as they were led by Cleance, 21 points. She had an outstanding game, 8 of 13 from the floor, 20 from McMiller, and 18 and 11 boards, a double-double for Gracie Merkel, the 6'6 center. So that'll wrap up our coverage. The final score, once again, 99-76 for Catherine Reynolds. I'm Rob Brooks. Have a great evening. And don't forget Iowa men's basketball tomorrow here on the network at 3 o'clock. The Hawks and UMass Lowell. Good night from Carver Hawkeye Arena. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Hawkeye basketball has been brought to you by Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Honda, to see how Honda crushes the competition, see your local Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. Explore Minnesota. Discover the star of the North. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. And by University of Iowa Healthcare. Changing medicine, changing lives. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.